Welcome. It is Abraxas Precipice here. How's everyone doing tonight? We got a hell of a show for you tonight. This is an Expanse role-playing game, actual play. We have a lot of fun with it. Tonight, we have our first special guest, Mr. Ross Thompson here.
Hey guys!
Ross is, and I'm going to get this right, is a marketing manager, correct? For the OP. Is it the OP or is it the OP? How do I say it?
It's the OP.
It's the OP. Okay, so not Ocean Pacific. Gotcha. Wrong company. Okay.
Right.
Close though. When I was back in the 80s when I was buying OP stuff, my mom said it stood for overpriced.
Yeah, it still is.
It still is. And he's a lot of cool dude. He's agreed to join us. So thank you for joining us, Ross.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much.
Big kind of interesting show tonight too. Other first is that we are giving away our first physical item, like actual thing we have. Green Ronin Publishing has been kind enough to donate to us some copies of their new book, The Ships of the Expanse, which is the first book to actually feature full-on write-ups of all the different ships you've seen in the show and the books and everything. And we'll be giving that out during the stream. In order to enter, I believe the code tonight is, let me go and pull that up real quick. The code tonight is Princess. Princess. As in the Princess Sella, which is the ship that our friend Remy, aka Ross, is a part of. So Princess is the word tonight. So just type that in the chat and you'll be entered to win. And let me go ahead and make sure that's running. There it is. Very cool. All right, cool. We got some people in there. The light. Very cool. Okay. So, last up is we have a Patreon. For those that don't know, we have bonus episodes, we have audio podcasts, we have previews and stuff kind of up on there, and we have a tier called the Oi Beltalota, where we give an Oi Beltalota before we start the game to our supporters that hit that tier. Our good friend of the show, Daniel, has kindly, generously donated to us, and we appreciate it. So if everybody wants to chime in here, let's go on 3. Give them 1, 2, 3. Oi Beltalota! Thank you so much, guys. Beltalota. So good. All right, awesome. So let's go ahead and kind of pick up where we left off last time. So Tycho Station, floating the belt, you had kind of come upon a job, a follow-up job after working for the Mormons, where it's kind of an ominous job, something a little deeper it seems. And this job is, your connection has been Abby, that's been a part of your group, specifically her significant other, Claire O'Rourke. Claire has some sort of tie to the OPA. It's not really sure exactly what her tie is or something like that, but she seems to be working with them somehow. And long story short, last episode she told you kind of they're looking to do a drop-off and do an exchange with a group called the Free Fools, which is a sect of the Voltaire Collective, a extremist OPA group. And she was principally interested in bringing you along in that she just wanted more crew, more of a show. It's kind of isolated. Her crew is only numbers total of 9, and she would like to have a few more bodies there just to show, not necessarily show a force, but just in case things go sideways and make sure that the Free Fools, who have rightfully earned their name, do not try to double cross her and her crew. Was there everybody kind of packed up and got the ship, the Princess Sella, which is the modified freighter that Remy Rizal, our friend Remy Rizal here, is the first mate on, under Captain Claire O'Rourke. He's been kind of your liaison for it. It seems that Claire and Abby, who once again are significant others, have been apart for a while and are definitely trying to make up for lost time, we'll say. But Remy, you're the first mate on this crew. Claire trusts you highly with this ship. The ship is fully stocked, well equipped, ready to go. You've been using it for a combination of your salvage ops, minor piracy.
It's just smuggling. I don't know what you're talking about.
Smuggling, minor piracy, stuff like that. Making sure that the cheese keeps on flowing to Ceres. The cheese riots. All right. So, don't mean to spoil anything for the show, guys. There are cheese riots. But yeah, that kind of it's a very general use ship. As you guys, Wyatt, Onyx, and Myrtle approach the ship, all of you, whether you have engineering experience or you have experience in the military, you can tell the ship is well armed. Okay. It has visibly 2 torpedo tubes, and it looks like a PDC network, a point defense cannon network. So it is ready to fight if need be. It's not going to hold its own against like an MCRN ship or a UNN ship, but it definitely is ready to rumble if it needs to and can defend itself.
For asteroids.
Yeah, you ever fired that thing or what?
They ask you. Onyx asks you.
Only when we've needed to. So, but these are they're dangerous times, of course, right? So.
Yes, good to know. Yeah, very dangerous. You got any aqua on the ship?
Oh, we've got some. We can go down to the alley and get it all figured out.
Yeah, the ship's been capped off with water and stuff like that too, and it's a pirate ship. It's not a pirate. It's not like they're not hardcore pirates, but they're piratey, we'll say. There's a definite tone there. Wyatt, I'd like you to make a intelligence current affairs check.
Current affairs.
Actually, everyone can make, except for Remy. Everybody make an intelligence current affairs checks. Wyatt, you get an additional +2 to it.
All right, so 10.
10.
13.
I rolled 10.
A lot.
No, 10. Okay. All of you kind of like something about Remy kind of strikes you. Myrtle, you recognize Remy actually. He has a reputation. You recognize him as known as the Fire Corsair of Ceres. He's known. There's a story that's been going around where for a while he's an Earther. You guys can clearly tell by his physique and his bone structure he's an Earther. But you've heard the story about him like getting into a conflict over a salvage operation with the Martian Navy, and the story goes that sometimes you've heard as few as 5 and you've heard as many as 12, but apparently he single-handedly killed like a whole like Martian patrol on this ship in his time as a pirate. So he's known to be extraordinarily deadly. So, just putting it out there.
Yeah, it's good to know.
Good to know. And there's an active bounty on his head from the MCR. So he is a wanted criminal, or not criminal. Well, by certain people's standards.
By certain people's standards. Yeah.
Or you're welcome back to home anytime you want to. You can go back home whenever you want to.
Celebrate a hero. That's all I hear.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. One man's.
I just kind of have a lot of looks on my face, like, and wait a minute, money, but I don't know. So I have a lot of feelings that are just playing right out of my face. It's like, yes, no, crap, yes, wait, I don't know.
All right, so we got some people are pushing the churn in the chat. So the churn now, guys, by the way, has gone up to 2. Nice. So that's all right. Don't worry, you got some time. Choo churn. All right. So you guys get on board the ship and plotting the course. You have your pilot. Jackrabbit gets on board with you guys as well. All that good stuff. Your crew on the ship is all set to go here and such, and they're ready to take off. They kind of came in, stormed in, barely took any time on Tycho Station, got the stuff and left. Everything was well paid for ahead of time. Remy, you know that like you guys have backing from major players on Ceres Station, namely Anderson Dawes, who's like kind of like one of the leaders of the OPA. And it seems like he probably, based on what you've kind of gathered about this mission, which has been kind of hush hush, he probably has paid your guys' dock fees completely for this thing. Your pirate pilot is one Terry Edwall. Terry tells you that everything's ready to go. You guys want to get into your crash couches, get ready to take off, and start burning for Prometheus, a moon of Saturn.
Well, Terry, take us out. Yeah.
So you tell them to take it out. They go through the piloting sequence. They go through all the docking stuff. That's by the book. They're a competent pilot. You do notice there is one of the crew that's come on the ship, one of Abby's friends. And you've met Abby before, but she's kind of quiet, except when she's around Claire. And her and Claire seem to kind of want to have some private time, if you will. They've gone to the captain's quarters, if you will. But one of the crew members that's kind of much shorter. They're a belter, but they're very short for a belter. Usually the belters are like over 6 feet. This one's under 5 feet. The crew seems to call her Jackrabbit. She cannot help but kind of keep on trying to look over Terry's shoulder while piloting.
That's pretty normal for her.
Yeah, you might want to let her take controls. She's a good pilot. Postman.
Is that the thing that we does she have that kind of experience that we should let her do? Terry's an experienced guy
Terry
here.
Looks back and is like, I mean, there's a co-pilot seat. He's like, if she wants to get in the co-pilot seat, she can have at it. There's not much to do right now until we start burning. And Jackrabbit's like starts throwing like a really, really deep belter accent on you guys. A little hard to understand at points, but like is very, very interested in piloting this ship.
Cool. Let's let her at it.
All right.
Let's see what she's got.
So she gets in the seat, and you guys like start burning almost right out of the station. You get a call from Tycho. She ignores this call from Tycho saying like, be careful of the scaffolding. I think you might have melted a little bit of the scaffolding on the way out or stuff like that, with the drones and all that stuff. So she just starts tearing ass. You guys initially start pulling like 2 Gs out pretty quick. It hits you all pretty hard, but eventually she steadies out at a 1 G burn towards Prometheus. So, based on the calculations, it's a 10-day trip. It's you guys got a little over a week to kind of get to know each other and hang out and talk about stuff like that, bring it to speed. Everyone's kind of around. You have your whole crew here. What do you guys want to do on this ship? I said you guys read out the ship. It's a pretty full service ship. There's not a lot of cargo on it. They do have about the ship's equipped with approximately 20 vac suits. So there's almost vac suits for everybody that wants to suit up whenever they want to. There is an engineering bay. So what kind of stuff would you guys want to do?
Do we have enough time to work on my rifle?
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna try to fix my rifle too. I'll fix his.
Okay, so the ship does have an armory. They are equipped with they have 8 full functional rifles on board. There is plenty. Everyone's carrying a pistol. You notice that Remy carries both a pistol and what looks to be like a combat knife, like almost like a trench knife or something.
That's a knife.
Yeah, that's a knife. It's a big knife. You don't see that kind of stuff too much in people, but apparently this guy's got one. But yeah, you can certainly use the engineering bay to start trying to modify.
I'm just gonna switch my rifle with a brand new rifle. Put my broken ones.
They're not new rifles. They're salvaged, and they're
salvaged.
They're not all the same brand and make and model. I mean, they're all pretty functionally the same, but like
pirate rifles.
Pirate rifles, yeah. I think mine's a little bit more damaged, so I'm just gonna swap it. I'm gonna put my busted one and grab one of those.
That is totally cool by me.
I leave you this broken one, and I take this nice one. Thank you.
It's with love. It's with love we trade here, right? So,
yes, Taki Grammy. Yes, he's I don't know if you want to do the same, Wyatt.
Mine's in pretty good shape. But what I want to do is kind of find a spot where I'm not around anybody, and open up my hand terminal and just kind of see what I can find out about our friend here.
Remy. Okay. All right. Go ahead and make a just a basic technology check, intelligent technology.
14, 15, and a 6 on the drama die.
Okay. Yeah, you go through it and you kind of thought he looked familiar, and you pull it up, and yeah, you know that this guy is you heard stories about this guy, not during his service, but after your service for the MCR. And he is wanted by them. He's responsible for the story you've heard. Is that basically the way the Martians tell it was that there was a scuttled Martian ship that like it had an accident with some meteor or something like that. Stuff happens, and basically these belters claimed that they had salvage rights to it, and the Martians showed up kind of a tad later while they were salvaging it, and there was a firefight. And so, based on the report you're reading, 3 Martians died on board, and the one person known on board was this guy Remy Rizal. And he's an Earther, so it kind of like doubled down on like, you know, the stereotypical Martian dislike of Earthers. It was very sensationalized on Mars, and the stories kind of got out there. So yeah, you've heard the stories about this guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and find a private. Like, I assume we were all kind of assigned cabins. And
yeah, there's plenty of space. It's like there's bunks on the place. There's probably like close to 20 bunks on this whole ship, and there's a total of like 14 of you. So there's plenty of space. The captain does have their own private quarters though.
Okay. I'm just gonna grab one that's they're free.
There's plenty.
That doesn't have anybody in it, and then I'm going to do communication with my wife. I'm going to tell her, oh, this is what we've got into now. I'm going to be doing this job, for, ouch, sorry, I have a cat. Rocket. It's bothering me. And so I'm going to say, hey, you won't believe we've got this opportunity. This could be really good for us. But, that guy Remy, he's involved. And so I don't know how this is going to go, but we said about working with pirates, but I think that this could go well because, we're working with Fred and, just kind of blathering on about stuff. So I don't sound like I'm worried to her,
okay.
But that like you might not hear from me because we're doing a job. So I might not be communicating much, but I'm here. Here's how you contact me. I'm fine. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to make lots of money and help our business. It's going to be great.
Yeah, this is definitely a lucrative job. Remy, this is the kind of job that, like, if you pull this off, you could retire quite easily. And also that would be a made man on Sirius Station. Having the favor of someone like Anderson Dawes goes a long ways. You do. What was your significant other's name again, Myrtle?
I'm sorry?
What was the significant other's name again? Your wife?
Samila.
Samila. So Samila, like you wait a few hours and you eventually get a message back from her, and she's like, "Be careful. Prometheus is not like kind of a lightly taken area. It's mostly just kind of a hub now, kind of like a rock to stop on." And she says, "Mind all the walls, because there's no gravity there. it's not. There's no spin gravity. The gravity, she gives you she kind of takes care of you a little bit and sends you kind of a write up about how to handle yourself on the place, because it has about 2% of Earth's gravity on it. So it's not really gravity much.
Yeah.
But
she's a belter, and I know she's looking out for me. And even though I've been in the Navy and I've been in space, it's always good to know these things ahead of time, going into situations.
And it's not controlled. No one controls it, so that's kind of interesting too. Is like the MCR doesn't control it, the UNN doesn't control it. There's not really any real value to it aside from using it to refuel. And there's some people still trying to mine elements of it out, but it's like it's diminishing returns, and it's not a great spot. It's too close to Saturn's. It's too close to the actual planet is the problem with it too. So it has some radiation issues. All right. So, what about Onyx? Actually, Onyx, I want you to make a engineering check while you're on this ship, because you're kind of marveling at it, because it's actually heavily modified.
Oh yeah, this is a beaut. Okay, 7 + 2, 9.
Okay. You're kind of walking around you only got 2 on engineering? Or you only got...
+2. Oh, yeah. Intelligence, it has a +2. Oh, and the 1. Do I add that 1?
You got 2 for the focus.
Okay. Yeah, focus. Yeah, that's what I got. I rolled bad.
Okay, so you're kind of walking around the ship, and you can tell it's been heavily modified. It originally was a freighter. It's definitely a Belcher ship that's kind of Frankenstein together, but it's like it'll work. There's definitely a lot of love on it. It has an extra hull, so this ship is built for combat or to navigate micrometeors with a decent amount of survivability. So this is actually a lot safer than the last ship you guys were on.
Oh yeah, this thing's beautiful. I just like touching the walls and looking at everything. I check out the sort of the food area too. I want to look at what they got to eat.
What kind of food do you guys have, Remy? I mean, is it just paste, or you guys got like some good stuff, or what's the?
We actually
curds,
just restocked at the station, so we've got all kinds of good stuff going on. We've got, it's not just paste. There's actually pellets too, and some pills, right? And a little bit of jerky, right? So.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna sort of mush these things together and create, a little special meal.
Yeah, you go ahead and you take your time and give me a that's gonna be a what's that check? It's actually one of the art skills. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Make a communications check for me. I don't think you have the. I'm pretty sure you don't have the skill.
No. I just been eating the little curds. So, nice. 11 and communication 11 plus 1. Yeah, so 12.
Okay, 12. So you take some time and you slap together this meal, combining the ingredients in various ways. You also manage to like sneak a few, we'll say some of the chemicals from the engineering floor into it as well to up the flavor. Most of the crew, including Terry and one of them named Jess Top, seem to really enjoy it actually. And
cut it up and give it to everybody. Give some to Remy.
And they start to guess, and they also talk about the stations and everything like too. So you notice that like definitely Terry and Jackrabbit have hit it off. Jackrabbit, you guys cannot get out of the driver's seat of this thing. Like she sleeps there. She goes to the bathroom there. She's got the vac suit on. She's just, she doesn't care. She's just like locked into this thing and never got to fly a ship this advanced. And you even managed to make it in the burrito form for Remy.
Yeah. That's why. Yeah, I try to make a sort of a belted burrito. Cut it up, and I go, "Oh, your hospitality is good here, Tumang. Here's a little something special I make."
It's good to have a reputation. I appreciate this. That's good.
Yeah, that's the recon I did. I just found out you liked burritos.
Yeah, Claire mentioned that about you. You even managed to kind of fake some cheese on it too. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are burning a few days into it, kind of getting acquainted with the crew. Why do you have anything now you know more about Remy? Do you have anything to like? Is there any kind of issues you want to like or confront, or do you want to wait on it? Do you not care? Like, what's the?
I'm not going to bring it up because I don't want to bring a focus on that I'm actually a Martian. Okay. But I do want to find him and just sit down beside him or stand beside him or wherever we're at and ask him what exactly are we needed for? What's the plan here?
All right, Remy. So Claire is actually there with Abby, and Claire tells Remy, says, "Well, she's like, look, I won't kid you, I kept a lot of you in the dark about what we're doing." And this is the captain. She's like, she's trying to like really like. She's leveraged the trust of her crew to come with her on this, along with her girlfriend's trust. So she's played a lot of her hand. She's like, "You're right. It's my turn to be forward with all of you about what we're doing." And like you guys have like, it's funny because like Jackrabbit won't leave the seat, so like she's on a view screen, like she's doing that stuff where you're on Zoom but you're like looking away. She's like looking at the screen, piloting the thing, but like she's like, "Yeah, I'm here, guys. Don't worry, it's okay. Like I'm still here, Doesn't hear any of this. And but she goes, "Look, you guys have been really your trust in me has been dramatic. We're carrying cargo, and you guys have seen there's a few pieces of cargo in the base. It's not packed. It's not like it's crammed to the gills or anything like that. But there's definitely a piece of cargo in there that's pretty, we'll say, is like pretty impressive technologically. It's kind of it's a larger box that looks like it's a seal. It's under like a set of seals, like something you would be moving like a live specimen under, perhaps." She's like, we're moving. Me and my crew picked this up. You guys all know we picked this up a few days ago, and we're heading out to Prometheus Station to meet up with the Free Fools. They've made a rather sizable offer that we are to obtain, and bring this back to Ceres Station. for Anderson Dawes. We are not to. I am under strict orders not to open it, not to pry it. Looks to Abby says not to try to hack into it. It's well secured, and it does. It looks like one of these things where it's like it needs like an elaborate like 32-digit passcode to get into. She has she kind of pulls out that I have the key for it along with the 32-digit code we broadcast from Sirius Station encrypted once I give the verification to Anderson Dawes. But yeah, we're not to mess with it. She's like, I understand that whatever it is. She's like, I don't know, but whatever it is, it's dangerous, and we probably should listen to Mr. Dawes about it. But the payday's great. We can't deny that. How do you feel about that, Remy? Or even Wyatt, because you're the one asking about it.
A little perturbed by it, but I'll accept it for now.
And she's like, the issue is that we need to pick up a little. Our initial recon of Prometheus, we thought there was only maybe half a dozen of the free fools living on there, but we've come back and found there's closer to 2 dozen. And so we're not trying to make a show of force. We're not to bring heavy weapons, just sidearms on board, but more a presence. Our presence and more crew won't hurt. Like, once again, they call them the fools for a reason.
Fair enough.
So we're doing a pick up and deliver.
We're doing a delivery and then pick up the pay, and once that's settled, we call it in, and I'll hand over the key. You guys unload, and that's it. Give the call back to Anderson Dawes, and we're paid.
Well, I trust the captain. I always have, so we can make it happen.
She gives you a pat on the back. She's like, "That's right, thick and thin. This man will deliver." He's like, he ain't bad for a well walla, and everyone kind of laughs. They kind of call you a derogatory term for inner, yeah, but it's more derogatory if you call a belter that. I'll say that. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The literal translation of it is gravity well worshiper.
Yeah.
Like,
and I love yeah.
Yeah, you love gravity, so you're a bad person. So yeah, but you go ahead and they kind of set it up and everything. That you guys are having these kind of kibble burritos. There's some. It's kind of greasy, but you guys have kind of learned that, like, you think, and some of you are. I mean, Wyatt, you're convinced that Onyx puts motor oil or grease in the food. You're just like, you can't prove it, but there's like a small, like, light lithium taste to it. Like, you can't.
The burn at the back of your mouth is good, right?
yeah. It's the spice. It's the spice.
Yeah.
Stick with us long enough, you'll get used to it.
That's an acquired taste, as in you just acquired it. But and you guys kind of chuckle and laugh, and you guys are sitting there, and all of a sudden, Jackrabbit's like, "Hey, you check this out on the channel, check this out on the broadcast," and she starts like. Her video on like the feed for the galley goes out, and this like news feed comes on, right? And you guys are kind of like watching it, and it's like trying to catch up on it, and it's basically showing showing Sirius Station, Eero Station, a few even Prometheus Station. It gets mentioned on there briefly. Palace, all these major stations, Tycho, and it looks like there's now some sort of issue with like water rationing going on across the entire system. So there's some sort of disruption of the water deliveries, the water pipeline. I don't want to say pipeline, but the water deliveries that go on, the ice and everything like that. What do you guys? The captain's kind of looked at this and like kind of taking it in. Abby's taking it in. What do you guys?
Is there any more information coming through other than just...
You guys kind of watch it for a second, and like it's just talking about how there's going to be like there's been rationing across the system for a little while, stuff just kind of happens. The Martians or the UNN are kind of, I don't know, it's like confiscating, but they're definitely like getting their fill before anybody else does. The Belters are always at the back of the line. But this one seems like the ration numbers that are being pulled on there and talk about policies are very extreme. Like not the most extreme you've ever seen, but they're pretty rough. It looks like you're kind of watching it, and it looks like there was a out in the Saturn system, out in the rings where they mine a lot of the ice out. It looks like there was some ship owned by Pure and Clean that was destroyed.
Oh, this is going to be bad, man. They're going to cut the belt of water first, and as I'm sort of saying this, and it's going to cause problems, and I sort of head back towards the kitchen because there was aqua earlier. He said they filled up at the station, so
yeah, you guys are filled. Yeah, you guys can make the trip.
I'm gonna grab an extra one as the stock is out. Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is gonna cause problems, and the belt of loader's gonna. Oh, we're gonna get no water, no aqua.
Yeah, the vac suit's waterproof, right? You start just filling your suit, like
yeah.
You're all puffed up like you're a sumo suit or something.
I'm gonna throw off a quick note over to Samile. And just kind of give her a heads up to, hey, maybe try to buy up as much water as you can.
Yeah.
To have there in the shop, and just in case. I mean, obviously, we're not gonna hoard it, but just so I want to make sure that she has some and that she's safe, and that knowing that we're also going to share that with our neighbors, because we're nice. But.
Yeah, you get your message off and stuff like that too. You're noticing right now the message. It's kind of, you can send the message out, but like right now it looks like the communication arrays in this part of the system, because you guys are heading from the belt to Saturn. You guys go past Jupiter and all this stuff.
Right.
They are like filled. So you're in a delay. Your delay is even more delayed because of like it looks like everyone's kind of panic calling and sending information around.
Right.
And like you guys kind of check the different channels in the broadcast. I mean, everyone's talking about this ship called the Cattenberry being destroyed. It's unclear what happened to it. All anyone knows is that it just blew up. And they're sending out salvage crews and rescue crews to see if they can find any survivors, but there doesn't appear to be. There's very little hope based on the readings of the explosion in that area. There's very little. It seems like there's very little chance anyone survived.
Are we going to go by that area, or are we going a different direction?
Your trip to Saturn. So one of the trips with Prometheus is that it has a weird orbit. It is not in the rings. It would be a pretty big detour. Not to mention too that there's going to be probably a lot of activity in there. Remy, as far as you're concerned, that's a no-go, because if the UNN or MCR are going to go investigate, you don't want to mess with them.
Yeah, well, we've got a mission to go on anyway, so we kind of got to keep with it. So we don't want to upset Mr. Dawes.
Yeah, and Claire kind of looks over you and says, like, she's like, that's going to make everyone on Prometheus a little more trigger happy, I'm sure. We're coming with full tanks. It's like, shit. All right.
And Remy, just as what it is I used to be Navy, so I definitely don't want to get pulled in here or anybody to know I'm here. So I will take your lead on this. If you don't want to go anywhere near that, I am perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, I think we kind of just stay the course. We've all got our skeletons in the closet, right? So we don't need to
right.
unearth any of that stuff.
Yeah, maybe we hide some of the aqua we have on your ship, so when we get there, they don't know we're carrying so much.
You want to put it in your quarters, or is that where it should go? Or
everybody's gonna stash a little bit, in their cubby holes.
Yeah. No, you guys can hide a few 100,000 gallons of water, no problem, right?
Yeah, we got it.
We got it, right?
We'll just put it in Capri Suns.
No one's gonna check the engine core for that stuff, right? Like, no one's gonna care.
It's so good.
Yes. So
He's just enjoying water.
So as I sip it down. So refreshing. But yeah, so you guys start cruising. You guys cruise along for a bit more. The news feeds for like 3 days are just filled with this story. And there's been some kind of there's worry about riots on Ceres. Myrtle, you do get a message back. And it's just saying I'm trying to take care of it and trying to hold back on the water. She's like, I'm not going to be the most pleasant smelling person around here. I'm probably going to keep the shop closed for a few days just in case. things go, people kind of start getting a little shaky or a little happy on everything. But she's like, I'm safe and all that stuff. She's like, I can take care of myself and that. So, but she appreciates it and the like for sure.
I'm worried, but not too worried. But worried, but not worried. She can handle herself down there, but I still worry.
All right. So, heading out. You start also realizing most of the people on the ship are OPA affiliates. Like they really want the Belcher, and they're definitely have opinion. All of them have an opinion about what's going on with this thing. They're all really curious how a ship like that got blown up. Some of them have like one or two have known people that have served on it. It's kind of a dead end ship, but like everyone kind of appreciates when it does come in. And they're just worried that this is going to be another excuse for like Belters to be further down the boot of the innards. They'll use it as an excuse to kind of come in on their territory and such. But it does, in the worst case scenario, this means that Prometheus probably will not fill your water tanks or give you any water. But you guys are good to go here and back. Okay.
Not worried.
So that's about the first half of the journey. The second half of the journey, Onyx, you do, man. If you wanted to modify anything, let me know. You can modify something.
Okay. Like I can modify any of the weapons and stuff.
Yeah,
like
if you wanted to try to tick up an unmodified weapon, you're welcome to.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. You can pull it off in 5 days, no problem. Might not have you roll for it. It's a pretty easy job. But what do you want to upgrade?
I'm gonna upgrade my shitty pistol. That pistol I made out of toilet.
What do you want to add? Are you to add +1 to accuracy or +1 to damage?
Let's do +1 to accuracy.
Okay, you got +1 to accuracy. Okay, the damage is no good. You can't hit. All right, so you go in. You kind of start tinkering with the weapon. Remy, you do notice that Onyx seems to be making ample use of your engineering bay, utilizing a
and our water and our food. It's great. It's good.
Just making myself at home on this great Belta ship.
What about Wyatt, Remy, and Myrtle?
I'm going to just walk up to Remy and be like, I'm aware of your past, and I'd like to know your side of the story.
You get this a fair amount, Remy.
Yeah. So I don't know what all you've heard, or what you may have heard, but it's probably true to some point. And at the end of the day, it's about survival. You get in there, you have a situation, and you just kind of got to do what you got to do to survive out here. And I came out on top, and they didn't. And so, in these situations now, I take that, and going forward, that's how I've been able to live my life. So, which was really helpful for kind of the day to day, as we are on the Princess, right? So, I have nothing more to hide behind that. What you've heard is probably what's happened, and I'm here to tell the tale, and they aren't.
I'll accept it.
And Remy, you picked up pretty quick that Wyatt's a Martian. He did his 20 years in the military, and he looks like he can handle himself in a fight. So
cool. I kind of
This is awkward.
Yeah, it feels it.
Yeah, it definitely does. But we'll get through this job, and we'll see what happens from there.
Well, we're gonna need that. We're gonna need this on this next step here. So
we're gonna trust each other because
we can be cool, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna so some of my downtime, I'm gonna be kind of like looking at the stock of the supplies, and just kind of in some of the downtime, I'll talk to Remy and it's like, hey, stories are stories, and I know how it goes. We know how it is down there on Earth and such, but I'm building this business, so I don't know what kind of supplies that you can get out here, but I'm always going to be looking for partners to help me with my business. So if that's something you might be interested in, maybe we can talk about it once this is over, if everything goes okay. Yeah,
once it's all over, we're always have to make another make another action, make another transaction, make it happen. So let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can all come out all good on this.
Yeah, that would be great. And I'm going to spend some time, being fancy like I do and walking around looking fancy and harmless. I'm looking harmless. Harmless.
And as they were, Wyatt and them were all discussing to break the tension up, Onyx shows up. I have more of these Belter burritos I've made from the kitchen. You're like, heat up, heat. So.
Yeah, you're definitely being a little gregarious with the food situation here. You're not, the rest of the military people have they know what it's like to ration food out in space, and you're kind of using it up because there's a lot of it. We'll be fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not a food ration. Yeah, it's not a food drought, right? It's just water.
Onyx, you did yourself a really good one on this one. I like this. You're getting better.
Yeah, your
job,
taste
man.
buds. Yeah, you had more taste for Belta food now. See,
it's
a
true.
little less greasy this time.
Oh, I gotta put more motor oil in yours.
Yeah, so the rest of the crew's been pretty hospitable. They're all pretty jolly bunch, no pun intended, and they're especially Roger. They all everyone's kind of got along. Everyone's been pretty friendly, enjoying it. Some of them they talk about the free fools a little bit. Some of them talk about like knowing members of them and just encounters and saying how they're not gonna like the Earthers here or the innards. They're going to view you guys why did you guys bring them? But Remy, that your rep will precede you in some regard. They may not mouth off quite as hard in front of you. At least you might be able to intimidate them out a little bit with it. The other elements too is that like a guy like Anderson Dawes, he doesn't like to deal with them. He doesn't want to be associated with them, but he also knows that they're not a bad tool to keep in his toolbox. If you need something done and you don't want any ties to it, they're kind of the ones you have them do the messed up stuff. But they're largely when innards think of like when you were growing up, Remy, back on Earth and such, the idea of Belters in your head that you were given and kind of propagandized and stuff like that too were free fools that they're basically terrorists. They just want to kill the innards. They're jealous. They're all this kind of stuff. So. They're very much this kind of I don't want to say stereotype, but they are actively violent. They openly advocate for violence as a first solution.
Can I go and talk to the captain to kind of?
Yeah, Claire's readily available. Yeah.
Awesome, cool. So, I just kind of want to get her feel on what our initial plan is for going in. Are we going in diplomacy? Are we going to pick this up? Or is it that tradition already happened, or are we going in guns blazing? We're
gonna land, do our full docking thing, buy the book. We then are gonna keep four members on the ship to guard it. The rest of us, so the six of us, or the seven of us here. So me, the five crew members, you, along with Myrtle, Onyx, Wyatt, and Abby. We'll keep Jackrabbit on here. I don't think I can get her off if I tried. We're gonna head into Prometheus Station. We have a meetup location we're supposed to be beamed out or told about when we arrive. We go to the location. I negotiate the price, finalize it. Once the credits are transferred there on the spot, we come back to the ship. They bring their crew over here. We unload it, and we go.
Cool. That sounds good.
Yeah, I think, I'll be honest, I think the only reason we got this gig was because we're one of the few decent gunships that Dawes had on call already. But I'm sure he's going to need more port defense Sirius Station now.
How you feeling about it?
I think they'd be fools to do anything. I mean, if they have ships out there, they're going to be little rock hoppers. I mean, they're not going to. They can't take on the princess. And she kind of looks at the whole thing, He's like, the Sala we can annihilate the docks there if they really want to get violent with us, and then nobody gets anything. But no one wins then, and we're not going to get our payday.
She's a good ship. She'll bring us there.
I have no doubt she'll get us there, and I have no doubt she'll get us out of there. But I'm definitely worried about. I do worry these fools. and anyone who's trying to live on Prometheus is definitely one of those. Because like even for a belter, like Prometheus is like really out there. It's like it's like a lot of the attitude towards it is like, why live there if you could just like have a ship and fly around like and do stuff? Prometheus, like trying to mine Prometheus is like people just won't give up that hope that they can get that one big score out of that rock. There's about the population of that place is only a few thousand. It's not very many. So it's not like millions, like we're like a Sirius station, they have a few million people and stuff like that. So it's not very big. Okay. Anything else from Myrtle or Wyatt on the trip?
I want to wait till we get closer, and then I want to be kind of like in the command area or the wherever.
Yeah. Okay.
And just kind of
operations, no problem.
Yeah.
So, as you guys go towards in the trip, you guys get this message kind of comes over via like the news. People watch the news nonstop, looking at these like water issues and such. And the news will not stop playing this video clip, and you're starting to see people in these like not riots, but these definitely activist things. They keep on talking about this guy named James Holden. And apparently this guy is a survivor of, him and his crew are survivors of the Canterbury. And he is essentially implicating the MCRN in the destruction of the Canterbury heavily. It's unclear what's going on with that, but it's definitely destabilizing things. And it seems like he's be talking about like getting picked up by the Martians. And it seems to be, you're guessing this is some sort of insurance policy to make sure they don't kill him or something like that. But everyone's like, you know, this guy needs to be needs to testify and tell his side of the story, and we can get to the bottom of like who is actually trying to like deny the belt water. So it's you can tell, his message has done nothing but up the tension on all the stations across the belt, and you can see that the Earthers and the Martians are definitely on edge about what might happen in all this situation.
Do any of the belters on the ship with us, like,
what's that?
Do any of the belters on the ship with us give me any kind of like odd looks or?
You guys are kind of out here together. They kind of make snide comments about like, you know, the Martians and the innards like hoarding everything, and like they make some comments here and there, but they're never making a conflict with you. They're not interested in trying to piss off their captain's girlfriend's friends, basically. Plus, they know that like they'll have a payday off this. They know that Anderson Dawes is a man of his word. A lot of them seem to trust. He's a hero. He's got like a myth and everything about him. Huge reputation. So they're not really interested in like. They're more interested in the payday, and they think like once we get that, like those suckers that are they're all having a riot and worry about water. We'll never worry about that again. We can go retire on Titan or, you know, hit up Ganymede or someplace that's got like, you know, it's a little more expensive to live, but we can go get a good job there or whatever it is. Maybe go back to Tycho, work for the Mormons.
Okay.
All right. You guys approach, and you can see up ahead Prometheus Station. It is not spun at all. There's no spin on it. You guys gonna hear Jackrabbit laughing about how easy it's gonna be to dock on this thing because it's not spinning. He's just like, this is like child's play. Like, you know, this ship could do more. If they spun that rock up, I'd have fun. Stuff like that. And you can kind of see that like on the surface of it, there's a few docking stations on it. It looks like they're largely meant for either like ice haulers or mining, like to deliver like rocks and everything like that for processing. And then all they do is kind of process it and load it onto a bigger ship and then ship it out to wherever it's going to go. And it looks like a fair amount of the work here is going to like places like Tycho for the Naboo, or even not so much to Callisto for the Martians, but it's definitely not staying here for very long. This is kind of a way station, if you will. And like as far as the docks go, like they're largely empty. There's not a whole lot going on. You can tell there's a few ships in storage. on it, but like none of them are big ships. Honestly, you guys have probably one of the biggest ships here that's not currently moving stuff off. And in those ships, even when they load stuff off, they're gone. They're off for the next haul. All right, you guys take some time, dock up with Prometheus, no problem. As you do, you guys have kind of been under the effects of gravity through the acceleration of the ship for the last few days. As you do, though, you can see that like it doesn't really have like there's nothing. You guys are all on the float in here. It's going to be mag boots for sure. Walking around on it. It's not too often. I mean, you guys have taken the like low gravity for, especially the inner people, but this specific instance of it is going to be pretty for the whole duration of it. And it's not exactly. They don't have a lot of safety measures. The UNN ships and like the MCRN ships are built like if it does go to zero gravity, you can move around easily with handbars stuff like that. They have those. They have those, you know, but they're few and far between, and definitely kind of a hodgepodge of it. Onyx, you're like, this is easy. Like,
Yeah,
this is easy for you.
cruising around.
So don't forget to get that free fall ability there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys get kind of set up and everything. Abby's, you know, what do you guys want to do when you get there? Do you guys want to stock up? Do you want to take inventory of like what's going on there? Check out the station. Ask any questions. Do any inquiries?
I just want to find out if we've been contacted yet by whoever we're meeting.
I'm on that too, for sure.
Yeah, Remy. So you're going. You bring out the little encoded thing. You shoot the message out, and you get a message back saying, it's kind of in this. It's in Belter, so it's a little rough to read initially, but you do pick up on the on what it means. It's going on talking about so make sure you have your ship completely docked and ready to unload the package ASAP whenever like we're ready to go. But the negotiation is going to take place in an old kind of abandoned. It's closer to the surface mining area. It's been all mined out. Like it's one of the older mines. They basically just played it out as much as they could. You get the coordinates for it. It's not very hard to get to. It is pressurized, so it's not vacuum or anything like that. Like you're not going to be on the surface or anything like crap. So you guys can bring vac suits if you want to, but it's up to you entirely. The big thing though is like it's very much like no. Basically, they don't want to see anyone coming in there with like rifles and shit and like heavy weapons. If you guys walk in there in power armor, they're gonna freak out. I mean, pretty quick. But like if you start bringing rifles and stuff like that. But if you guys are carrying your pistols or tasers or whatever it is, sidearms, they're fine with.
Well, before we go, then I'm gonna ask Jackrabbit if I can have the pistol back just for a little bit, and I'll let her hold on to the rifle.
No problem. Yeah, she gets all happy having a big gun now suddenly.
I'm gonna want that.
Whenever you give her something bigger than she had before, she gets really happy about it. And she starts doing her little bounce up and down thing, which you notice is actually really interesting because most of your experience with her has been under gravity, but when she's not under gravity, it's more exaggerated. So, yeah, she goes, okay, boss man, and then she takes the rifle, which is almost her size, and she's like, she's kind of putting it away. And you guys have your little area where you're keeping your gear and everything, and you have it locked down. Making sure, because she's like, you're also guessing that when she undocks, she's probably gonna tear ass out of here. So you guys make sure the docking clamps are loose and such. Okay. All right, it's here. Oh, okay. We got pull a turn. We went up though to the new scene. All right, so you guys start hanging out, and you guys kind of getting off the ship and everything, putting it all together. The dock master goes on. They don't let Jackrabbit talk too much, but you have your, you got your man on board to handle all this, Remy. This will be Lane Rigok. Lane just kind of handles it, and Lane's one of the members, along with Loria and Karia, that's going to stay on board with Jackrabbit.
Cool.
And they're gonna make sure like the door's locked, so like in case the free fools try to like try to come in or whatever it is, they won't be able to get in unless like they let them
no
in.
Trick or treating.
Yeah, no trick or treating. Yeah, none of that. And they Jackrabbit definitely does keep the rifle with her in terms of like making sure that she can if they do try to come to the door, they're not gonna last too long.
Cool.
And they also have it set up so there's like cover in, like it's cargo, but it's really cover for them if they do open the door, So they're ready to funnel people through if they do try to double cross you. You guys have Terry, Dania, Melly, Baldy, or Broad, sorry, not Baldy, Broadly, and Nesttop, all along with Claire and Abby going with you. So you guys have a big crew. The doors open, the airlock opens. It's just a standard dock. There's some dock workers hanging out, and a lot of them are moving ore between here and there, looking to take it for processing. You see it looks like normally you would see water tanks out here, but you're guessing they're all under lockdown right now. They're really trying to like keep everything super contained where it is and not lose anything. But the dock master kind of comes up, Remy, as you're getting off, and Captain O'Rourke that you handle all this, and says, "All right, do you guys want to dock under the name of the Princess Stella, or do you want to try to change the transponder?" I'm kind of curious about that.
So what? Oh, that's a good point. I'll go to you guys. What do you want to do on this trip here? What do you think?
I say we change it and cover our tracks so they don't, just in case something goes sour. That's just like a reflex for Onyx.
I actually gonna agree with Onyx on this one.
Same.
It wouldn't be a bad idea at all.
Okay. All right. So it comes in
Let's
as
do it.
the Princess Stella, and he goes, Princess Stella, let's see here, you're paid up. Oh, okay, you're paid up. You got, looks like 3 days of birth, and sorry, but the price of water's gone up to cover it. Your guys' cost is going to give you about a quarter of the water you guys paid for.
Oh, now I don't know if we've already been covered. Is that really what we're going to have to deal with right now? I know we're dealing with all these things, but business transactions beforehand, we want to have a good relationship here. Is that really what you're going to try to pull right now?
Give me a persuasion check. Just roll communications persuasion. If you have it.
3d6, right?
3d6, and then you add your communication ability, and if you have the focus persuasion, you get a +2.
You said tell you when I got a 6, right?
Yeah, on the drama die.
Oh, dang it. Okay, so 11, and then 14, and then plus communication.
Yeah.
So 17.
Oh, okay. So he kind of looks you up, and he goes. He kind of takes a second, and he actually spots your knife, and he kind of looks at you, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, we can do that." Like you realize he recognizes who you are, and he's like, "Yeah, we do that for you, no problem, boss man. It's gonna be a little slow in the water, but we'll have it for you before you leave the berth in 2 days."
That sounds great. Sooner the better. Appreciated the business relationship we have here.
Captain gives a signal. The airlock seals. You guys have, and it looks like they're keeping laying down in the cargo hold with the airlock, just on patrol there. Jackrabbit's doing whatever, but they have one person on the door at all times just to watch it in case. Yeah, so the dock master kind of lets you all through and such. He goes, so yeah, what your business here says you guys got a delivery? He's like, he kind of look at the delivery, he's looking at the invoice, and he kind of takes a second, looks over at you guys, and he's like, special one, huh? All right, I'll leave you be. And he just walks away. Like, he knows the game. You guys pick up really quickly, he knows the game. He's not gonna sit there and try to nickel and dime you. He's been compensated already, essentially. His palm is greased.
You just burrito ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's burrito ready. Okay. Man, you guys do not like the churn. You guys keep on pulling it. I'm laughing hard from the chat here.
Oh, really? Yeah.
All right, so you guys start kind of walking around Prometheus Station. This place as a whole, it's I mean, as bad as some of the places you've been. Even if you're from even Jackrabbit, who's talked about Eros pretty extensively, this place as a whole, it's kind of been given up on. They're making do with what they can. It does work. Stuff works. Doesn't look new at all. It's not a dying station, but it's probably never going to thrive. But a great place to lie low if you need to get the hell out of Dodge. You need to make sure no one knows where you are. And you guys are noticing that you are on the float. So does anyone want to float versus mag boots? You're noticing most of the crew is on the float. They don't really care for the mag boots so much.
I'm going to mag boot.
I'm mag boot.
Floated.
I'm also going to mag boot.
Mag boot.
Mag boot.
Yep.
And then
Float.
Remy.
Oh, mag boot.
Mag boot. Okay. So the innards all you guys did give yourself away as innards using the mag boots. And once again, it's like walking in pumps. So you guys kind of start walking around. The Belgians are a lot faster here than you guys are. The mag boots slow you down. They pull your speed down a little bit. I think by 2 points, something like that. But you can certainly walk around.
But I look good.
Yeah.
With my flowy outfit, I look good while I'm doing it.
No, you do. Yeah. No, you get the stance with the because you're like walking in pumps, so you got the stance and the leg muscles tense up, and it looks fantastic. So yeah, you're working in the mag boots, and you get that really satisfying clunk every step, clunk.
Now, are these the light up peely backs too? Right?
Yeah, they're like those little light up like sneakers that give kids seizures. Yeah.
Fantastic.
The little flanking ones? Yeah, they have little blinks on them, yeah. Well, I can't remember what they're called, but they're life sneakers, yeah. They have little... So they literally know they're enabled, so like if someone's trying to pick you up, they know they shouldn't be trying to pick you up.
Right.
We're just kind of walking, like spread out a little bit, like if there was something cool behind us and we're just kind of slow walking like we're badass,
And I'm floating between you guys all fast, circling back.
That's right, that's us.
Close the airlock as slow as possible. Make it look cool. So you guys, the ship pressurizes. It goes on its own air, and you guys start walking through the station. There's like a small kind of area up front where it's all the dock stations and everything like that. You can see the cargo is going in. Most of what you're seeing on the dock is ore. It's not a lot of ore, but it's still an amount. A lot of it's getting sent to a processing station on here to then be do an initial refinement to then be put onto a ship. That will come in eventually. But right now, this is a pretty lightly utilized dock, all things considered. So coming through, though, you kind of walk through and you can see there's a few thousand people that live here. You're pretty sure there's some families. Definitely, unlike Tycho, you're not seeing nearly as many children. The children you do see, they have the Belcher look to them distinctly already, like very elongated bones, the enlarged heads. You're guessing like the bone density drugs they need gravity to go with the bone density drugs, so they're not getting much of it, so it's kind of rough to see when you do see them. Some of these kids, like you're seeing like 6-year-olds that are almost as tall as a jackrabbit. Like it's kind of creepy at points. And a lot of people here have the Belcher look to them. But you guys kind of move through a little bit, and not too many of them are using the mag boots. They don't really care for it. It's just faster to float around and kind of use the walls to grip along and such. You guys take a second and pull up the station map. You can see where the mine shafts go, and you guys can start making your way towards the shafts there.
Also, while we're walking around too, I want to keep my eyes peeled for anybody that's kind of like watching us in a odd way.
Give me a perception check there, seeing.
Well,
and you kind of looking around. People kind of do look at you weird. You're not sure if it's because of you don't know if they know who you are, but it's more of like maybe just you're using mag boots and you're the only people using mag boots here, and you pull up in like not a large freighter ship. That's the other thing too, is the cargo hold on the Stella it actually was cannibalized for the torpedo tube, so I just want to make sure that's something else too. So it looks like it can hold a lot more gear, but it can't. So its pockets are full of torpedoes.
As we're walking too, I want to ask Onyx, how hard is it to do what you're doing right now?
Oh, it's easy, man. I've been doing it my whole life. You should try it. I just totally down. Yeah.
Give me a dexterity free fall check, Onyx.
Okay, yeah. +2. Okay. All right. Oh man. 7, 8, 10.
And yeah, you kind of do a little pirouette in air and stop yourself off the wall and stuff like that too. And you're kind of showing off a little bit.
I'm just gonna click my boots off and see what happens.
Do a dexterity check.
Yeah, that's not the bad. Hey, good job. Good job, Kopang. You can do it.
11.
Okay, yeah, you managed to get them off, and you're moving around decently.
Actually, 12.
It's a little disorienting though.
I'll try it out for a little bit, but if I start getting sick.
Some of the crew start kind of they're upside down and stuff like that too. There's no really right side up for them, so they're kind of they're showing off a little bit. So it's kind of awkward at points. Gets a little disorienting.
I go up behind Wyatt, kind of Titanic him and set him straight, so he's kind of floating good.
All right.
Yeah.
You hear some music playing? Yeah, it's great.
And Remy, as you kind of come up, you, the captain, Abby, the rest of the crew, This kind of younger belter, maybe like 17, comes up to you. He goes, hey, so you guys with the princess?
Yes.
Okay. I go take you to meetup point. You ready to go meet Hector? He would wait for you, and you know that you've heard that name, Hector. He's kind of the leader, the de facto leader of this cell. He's like, I don't want to make sure you Wallace here. He kind of points to the guys with mag boots on. You Wallace, don't get lost in those mines.
Probably a good idea to follow him.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take us there, man. Take us there.
He starts kind of taking you along, going through.
What does he look trustworthy at all, or probably not, right?
I mean, all right. So like Wyatt, you know the type of kid. He's some belter kid that's gotten tied up with an opiate at an early age, and he's got a chip on his shoulder and something to prove. But all they're letting him do is kind of look out. You're guessing these guys would throw him to the wolves the first chance they have if it would save their hides.
Yeah. I like to be calm, compane. We could trust this Bretna. It's fine. I just kind of reassure our comrades.
Cool.
Yeah, and you start catching like him and some of the other parts of your crew are kind of throwing like the belter language hard. Like they're going deep on it where they start throwing the signs and everything like that. They have like little signs they can throw. And Onyx, you pick up on it pretty quick too. And he's just kind of like shooting the shit. Like, where'd you guys come from? He's like, do you know what this is about, man? He's like, I just told her to watch out for you and take you down there. And they're kind of like, hey, we're in it. We're as clueless as you. We're just here to, we're here to support the captain. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, one day I'll be a leader too. I'll be captain. I'll be a big legend. Like, like all these guys. And so they're kind of like, they're this kid's trying to show off. He's gonna be a badass one day, but he just seems like some chumpy kid. You're guessing he's like 17 or something like that, maybe 16.
Like an actual 17, not like a.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very real. So he takes you on down to these mining shafts, and it's not too bad of a trek. Unlike when you guys were on Herculina, there's no gravity. It's not spun up, so you don't have to worry about like trying to climb anything to get there. You just kind of free float, and you can kind of like use the walls to go down. Those of you with mag boots. The mag boots they have a limited usability here because there's not like metal plates on the ground or anything like that too. Well, I guess there's some metal plates, but they're few and far between. So you have to kind of take wide steps between them occasionally, like you're trying to jump over puddles and stuff like that. But the difference is you don't come down. It's not quite as fun as jumping in puddles. But you guys move on through. The kid takes you up, and you come up in this room. It's it's actually decently lit. And you can see this place has been mined out. Onyx, you can tell like the wall's been scraped clean of whatever they were trying to get out of here. It's a place that's done. It's a ghost mine essentially. They can certainly try to like if someone wanted to put the money to spin it up and make it into a real station, they probably could. But it's like there's better rocks around Saturn to do that to than this place. Okay. All right. You guys come on in. The room's got some lighting. It's decently lit. It's not hugely lit, like bright, but it's decently lit. There's like some mining lights and everything like that. And you come into a room where you see 9 of these belters kind of standing around shooting the shit. And they all kind of look back. They can hear you guys clanking with the boots and stuff like that too as you guys come through. And they kind of look over at you and looks like they're waiting. This is the meetup. Claire kind of takes the point and is all like, what? He's like, that must be Hector. He points to one of them in the middle.
I'll re-engage my mag boots now and go back to the ground.
Yeah, you guys float on the common ground as it would be. These guys are kind of floating a bit, but it looks like when everyone's actually like in this room, there's like giant metal plates on the floor of this room. This is like a major kind of processing area. You guys engage everyone kind of engages their mag boots and is kind of just sitting there, so they're all on the level surface to talk and such. And the ceiling, it's a 10 meter cubed room with like different entrances the way. There's like 4 or 5 entrances to the room, but they all kind of mag boot up, and you're looking them over to see. Wyatt. Actually, all of you can give me a quick scene test. See if you can spot anything on them.
Does searching count for that?
No, it's seen.
Okay. Well, and perception.
What do you add to that?
Yeah.
It'd be perception.
Got it.
I got an 11.
11. Okay.
I got 11 too.
11.
12 for
12.
wait, 13.
17.
Sorry. Oh.
17.
What was it, Myrtle?
17.
17. All right.
Ooh.
Myrtle, you spot. So you kind of size these guys up, and like you can see that they are all carrying pistols for sure, and they all seem to be armed. You do notice that you think you can't be sure, but you think under like they're kind of like you kind of spot too behind some of the crates in the room. There are some rifles. They don't have them on them, but there's rifles. There's like at least 2 rifles in the room you spot. So they're not like near them. Like they don't have to have their hand hovering above them, but they're like they're there, and these guys know where these guns are.
All right. I'm going to kind of nod over to Wyatt and just kind of, do a like eye to and a head nod, just real subtle for him to look over there.
Yeah, Wyatt, you kind of pick up. You can spot like you're pretty sure they have like some weapons. Not like they're not like overly hidden, but they're not like trying to like put them out in front either.
Yeah. They're there in case.
Like I said, they're not staying near them. They're probably about like 2 meters from the nearest one.
Okay.
And about how many of them? You said
There's 9 of them total.
9 got it.
Leader.
So we outnumber them then, right?
Yeah, you guys outnumber them.
Yep.
There is 6. There's 11 of you guys, and then 8 of them.
Right.
Or 9 of them, excuse me. Or 8 of them. I think it was 8 of them. Anyways, but yeah, you do outnumber them. They probably know the area better. So they kind of sit there, and Hector kind of takes a step forward, looks at Claire, and you can see Claire with her red hair and her kind of dreadlocks that are set up. These red dreadlocks of her natural hair color with her head size of her head shaped. Goes up, and they give kind of a belter kind of greeting to each other, and they kind of start throwing the belter language. Abby's not too far from Claire, and he starts, so the first words out of Hector's mouth goes, so what with all the innards? And Claire's like, well, you know how it is working with whoever wants to help out. We're showing them the truth. They're here to help. And he goes, okay. And some of his crew are kind of like, fuck these guys. Like, you can tell, like, they don't like the inner people here at all. Like, they don't want anything to do with you. He's like, all right, so I just gotta tell you, some of my members here, they don't take kind of innards. We know what they do. They do nothing but blow up our ships and steal our water, huh? Yeah, and some of them kind of laugh, and they're kind of throwing that around. Claire goes, look, so why don't we get down to business, and you don't have to look at them no more. And he goes, sound good. And they sit there and start kind of negotiating. They start kind of negotiating over this price and such like that too. So, what do you guys want? So they're kind of talking over and going over like the data pads and stuff like that too. You know that Claire has a number that she's supposed to hit. This guy this guy, you can tell he's that kind of person trying to deal that's just wasting her time. He's trying to get an edge on her, but like he's not going to really get it or something like that. So, what do you guys want to do?
While they're doing that, I'm going to position myself in front of Myrtle, so if anything happens.
Okay.
I'm still going to look like I'm harmless and just, kind of clueless to all of the little, kind of sly comments and, and those looks. So I'm just going to, look kind of helpless and let them think what they think, but keep an ear open for this trade dealing.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you guys take a second.
Oh, sorry.
And you're kind of watching them. They start going on about like, it's like this guy's just trying to nickel and dime her, and she doesn't really have like the wiggle room. It seems like Dawes has the deal. This guy should take the deal. He's being a jerk. His people aren't like getting. They're not getting like Wyatt and Remy, especially. You guys don't notice them getting kind of trigger happy. Like they're not getting kind of on edge. Your people are armed. They have pistols by their side by all means. No rifles, but you guys do have pistols. To defend yourself, but it doesn't let them get violent. But Cruz is like, look, man. He's like, we're gonna make a big name for ourselves with this thing, man. So we make it better for all the builders. So you give us a good deal. And Claire's like, look, I'm just the messenger. Here's what I got. And Cruz is like, come on. And he's really trying to hard on this negotiation. He's really trying hard for it, and Claire doesn't really have any room to give. But he doesn't he's gonna get he's not getting angry about it, but he's just trying enough. Everybody, give me a hearing test. Yeah, give me a hearing test. So this is perception hearing. I should also mention, Remy, you have a talent in this, so you get to re-roll any result you want.
Well, I don't think I want to. I think I'm good here. What is hearing a?
It's perception.
Oh, great. That's
Can I do my talent with that too?
I got 11.
Talent?
Observations only. You have to pick a certain thing. It can either be seeing, searching, or hearing. You have to check your sheet, see what it says.
Mine's on searching, so
I got it 17.
Sorry.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
I got an 8.
8. How would you get, Onyx?
11.
11. Okay.
11.
So you guys are kind of standing there,
That bonus.
and you guys are hearing these guys talk, and like some of the, you know, his crew is going about Koyos, and your people are kind of like, you know, come on, you know, this guy, why is this guy wasting our time? You know, we got real shit to do. This should have been easy. And Remy, you hear like a buzzing sound. Like you hear this kind of, you think initially you thought it was kind of the asteroid, but you hear like this like kind of like almost like a staticky sound, like a very consistent staticky sound. And you're not sure where it's coming from, but you kind of hear the sound. I mean, like it's not like it sounds like air, like or like a thruster or something like that. But like it's kind of weird.
Does it sound like a chain, like a chainsaw or something like that, or
like air escaping, like a balloon.
Cool. I'm just gonna shout out to one of the guys. Hey, is there a leak on this boat? What's going on? Did you hear that?
He's all, this rock solid. He kind of stomps on the ground. He's like, you in it's always scared. You always scared about not getting any air, you know. But you always take our air. So what's going on, huh? Maybe you put the leak and you take our air. You steal our air, huh?
It sounds like the air's going out on your boat, man. I don't know.
And,
you don't hear it? You don't hear it?
He's like, he kind of takes a second. He's like, they all take a second. And they go, how is that? And like, I need everybody to make immediately a Constitution stamina check.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
Crap!
All
That's
right.
not good.
Might have to use some fortune. Let's see. Just kidding.
Stamina.
Yeah.
4. I got 2 4s and a 3, so 11 plus stamina, right? Yeah.
All right, let me go through it real quick. What did you get, Myrtle?
14.
14. Okay.
Yes.
What'd you get, Onyx?
I got 13.
All right. Wyatt?
11.
11.
So what's stamina?
It's under Constitution. This is Constitution.
Oh, gross. I got 11 too.
11. Okay. So you guys are kind of standing there, and like all of a sudden, Wyatt, you kind of see something kind of moving through the air, like above you, and like, what the hell is that? And you quickly realize what it is, and you and Onyx and Onyx and Myrtle, you managed kind of like, you're not looking the right direction, but this like huge bang explosion kind of goes off in the middle of the room, and we're gonna have both Wyatt and Remy. You guys are both blind and deafened by this explosion.
Cool.
So as you guys stand there, they're like, oh jeez, it's just like your eyes go, like your eyes just ringing, your head's ringing, you can't hear anything and stuff like that too. Onyx and Merle, you guys kind of avert your eyes and stuff like that too. You guys kind of see, and you start seeing like you guys can hear it. You start hearing gunshots, and you see of the free fools, you see 3 of them just drop, or you not drop, like they're just standing there with their mag boots bleeding, floating. Blood's kind of coming out, going in whatever directions and pulling up in the air, as you hear like several dozen shots ring out. I need everybody to roll initiative. So initiative is just dexterity.
Do we do anything for being blind and deaf?
You don't get to act, or you get to you're blinded and deaf, and you can still act, but you're not like you can't see or hear. So, but yeah, go ahead and give me initiative checks real quick for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? Let me see here. What would you get, Myrtle?
15.
Very nice. 15 for Myrtle.
My new Earther dice are doing me really well here.
Yes, buy your dice from Green Ronin Games or Green Ronin Publishing. They'll make sure you do well in the initiative. Onyx, what'd you get?
13.
13 for Onyx. Okay, Wyatt, what'd you get?
17.
17. Ooh, look at this. This guy's he's like quick on the draw. What'd you get, Remy?
Oh, I'm pulling up last with 12. So
12's good enough. Not bad. Okay, for Remy. And we have down here our fine friends. And here's the rest of the crew. They did not do so well. Okay, so Wyatt, you're standing there. Also, you go blind. You're shit. You can kind of remember the layout of the room. You don't know where the shots came from. You remember seeing this thing in the middle of the room and just exploding. You're looking back. You're pretty sure it was a flashbang.
Okay.
It didn't cause any physical damage, but it definitely like messed you guys up.
All right, I'm just going to yell out Myrtle or Onyx, move my hand to where it needs to be, where I need to be, and I'll fire.
Okay, so you pull your gun out, and you're kind of like, help me aim it and stuff like that too. Okay, and you hold your action to try to fire the gun when when they tell you to. Okay, all right, goes to Myrtle.
All right, since after he says that, since we're right next to each other, I'm just gonna come up from behind him and then start pointing in the right direction.
Okay, you go and you start trying to point in the right direction. So you start pointing. You're trying to look. You look back to where like the thing came from. You hear the shots coming from, and you can see in one of these hallways, which is pretty wide. You can see these two individuals in like full vac suits, like very advanced vac suits, like combat vac suits. They're blackened. They have a decent amount of armor on them, and you notice that they're not walking or pulling themselves along the wall. They have thruster packs.
Oh shit!
And they have rifles in their hand. You can tell also that their rifles. You've seen the kind of tech before in the UNN. Their rifles have directional compensators on them, so when they fire, it doesn't shoot them back. So whatever they're wearing, these guys have very, very advanced gear.
All right. So I'm like, whoa, hey, guys, what's going on?
To these guys or to
Yeah.
Okay, so you start trying to get them to hold up, whatever. Give me your best persuasion check.
Oscars.
Yeah.
Like, can I do that? Communication bargaining?
No, you're not offering him anything.
Oh, that's true. Let's see. 7, 8, 10, 11, 13.
13. Okay, so you start. Hold up. They seem undeterred. As you're holding Wyatt's hand, Wyatt, you have your hand holding, and she's telling people to hold up, and you're not being told to take the shot or anything like that. So, you can, if you want to take a shot, you can. It's like a -6 to the shot, though.
Yeah.
I want to take it.
All right, go.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
13.
13. Okay, it's -6.
Yeah, that's with the minus. What's that? Plus 5.
Okay, so is that? What
I
you
rolled.
actually got a 13 total.
I rolled a 14 total, and then I have
plus 5. Okay, so 13 total to hit. Okay, so you actually you start kind of listening to these guys, and you go ahead and pull the trigger on it, try to pop them. Your shot actually does hit. So go ahead and just roll your damage. Don't add your perception though. So it's just the roll. It's just the raw 3d6.
okay. Double ones, 2.
2 damage. Okay. So yeah, Myrtle. So you see a shot go at this guy, and it just goes bink, right off his armor.
Oh shit!
Like it just binks right off his armor. Yeah, not a good sign. All right. Goes to Onyx. You're standing there. You're seeing Myrtle. The rest of the crew looks like they're getting ready to pull weapons. Several of the free fools are dead already. Like 3 of them are already dead. Just standing there bleeding out, or they're done. What do you want to do?
So, was the tunnel that we came through behind us, and are they approaching across from us, or I'm just curious if I can.
The ones you see are not in that tunnel.
Okay.
They're coming from there's 5 tunnels in this room, and the 2 you see are coming from there.
Okay.
But you're hearing more gunshots than only 2 of them would do. You're pretty sure there's more in other hallways.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Remy and I'm gonna just start pulling him. I'm gonna try to pull everybody. Like I basically want to try to pull him towards us.
Okay.
Back, and I'm gonna fire that
All right.
direction.
So you basically are using Remy as a human shields point.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to move anymore because of the mag boots. So
Well, we gotta get out of here.
go ahead and take your shot on one of these guys.
All right. I'm like, yeah, we got to go. I'm gonna use that. Yeah, new modified shit pistol. Oh, okay. That is, let's see, 8, 9, 12.
12. You pull your shot. It hits him, no problem. Give me a damage roll.
All right, sweet. 6 plus 1. All right, so that is a 5.
5 damage. Okay. So yeah, your shot hit. Your shot his armor deters it. And you can see the armor's dented up a bit where it's damaged, but it's not penetrating.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm yelling out, they got rifles, man. They got thrusters. We got to go.
And they have these masks that like you can't see through. Like they're opaque, kind of masks. They can see out, but you can't see in.
How many are there?
You see. Well, you're blinded.
I mean, I'm blinded. I guess not, so I don't see anything.
I yell, two. There's 2 of
There's
them.
more than one.
I have described this to everyone while I'm yelling.
Okay. Yeah, there's 2 of them. Okay. But you start realizing there's more of them coming, or from different directions. All right. Goes to Remy. Remy, you're sitting there like blinded. You can hear shots being fired every way. What do you want to do?
I love what Wyatt did. It's a good maneuver. So I'm gonna tell the Onyx as he's pulling it back. Pull me toward one of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
swing them.
and-
Swing
and-
them in the other direction.
I'll let you take the shot with the -5.
So before I shoot though, I do want to ask Onyx, like, how close are we to these guys? Are we close?
They're
Or?
probably about they're about 15 meters out.
Okay, never mind. That's probably too far to leap on them. So
Yeah, you're ways out.
okay, cool. Yeah, so I'll just I'm just going to fire at this point then.
Roll your attack roll. I always want to call you Kirk because you're using it.
I know, that's so good.
All right, Remy, go ahead and roll your attack roll. So just roll the 3d6, add your accuracy, and then add an extra 2 for pistols.
Okay.
I think you have a +6 total.
Yeah.
You're a really good pistol.
16.
16. Okay. Yeah, your shot like even with the minus penalty, you actually still hit them. Roll damage for that, so it should be at the bottom of the sheet. I think it's like 3d6 plus 1 or something, or 2d6 plus 1.
If it's by pistol, I've got a 2d6 plus 2.
Okay, so just roll 2d6, no perception because you can't see them.
Got it. We've got a 7, so 9.
9. Okay. So yeah, your shot rings out. You actually hit the same guy that Wyatt hit. You can see that. Yeah, you don't see anything. You can hear it hit though, and Onyx, you see it hit, but it's not like penetrating his armor entirely.
Sure.
His armor's still holding pretty hard.
And then can I call it to Claire and see if she's still there?
Yeah, Claire's like, shit, I'm still here. And you hear Claire, like, you kind of hear like she's trying to duck down behind some of the boxes in the room and the leftover crap.
Okay.
All right. So goes to the ambushers. So these 2 guys in the hallway, Onyx, they keep on floating closer to you. They both fire their rifles. First one hits, second one actually misses. The first one hits one of the blinded free falls, and the guy dies. Like the guy is just like bleeding. Like he's like shot in the chest. He's like, oh, like he's like, you can hear him coughing, and you see blood coming out, floating in the air and stuff like that too. And even if and also with the low gravity, it won't coagulate as properly. So even if he's going to survive, he's not going to survive. You see from another one of the hallways coming down the opposite direction. You see 2 more of these guys floating in with the jetpacks and stuff like that too. Once again, they're off the ground, not making a lot of steps. Also, Onyx, you know that these packs are pretty fast. Like if you guys try to run from them, they could catch you on if you guys are trying to run with mag boots. You might have to like do some crazy free float maneuvers and such like that too. All right, so they both fire. Whoa, shit! One of them, you see the head of one of the free falls just explode. From a shot. That guy rolled a natural 17. He took that dude out. The other one fires at one of the free falls as well, and that free fall is like, you can see him bleeding. Oh, jeez! Like he's bleeding. He's like blinded and bleeding and stuff like that too. But there's not a lot of these guys left standing.
How's the kid doing?
Is still standing. Hector's still alive.
Is that kid still alive?
Yeah, how's the kid doing?
The kid was kind of towards the entrance, and you look back over Onyx, and he's like already looks like he's just now starting to run for the hall. Like
But he was going to be a hero.
Yeah. Get back here!
Hey man, what Tyson say? Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face. You know? So it's like he's done. No, someone's got to live to tell a tale, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, so the rest of the crew, the free fools, they all kind of start like checking their eyes and stuff like that too. They're still blinded. And a lot of them have ducked down and kind of gotten me up against some cover, and they're trying to like really huddle down as best they can. You also notice that from a top, there's like another entrance shaft at the top. You see two more of the guys floating in the air down. So they're coming from like multiple angles. Space is three-dimensional, people. It's amazing. So this is getting extraordinarily dangerous. You see 6 of these guys in this like blackened armor with like very minimal light on it, full rifles, jetpacks. It's like something out of G.I. Joe, man, like Cobra Vipers or something like that, with like packs and stuff. That's pretty creepy. You hear Claire is going, "What the hell's going on?" Like, I can't see anything. Abby's like, can't see anything. They're like, "Get us out of here, Remy." And you can hear some of your crew like drawing their weapons, and a few of them are just basically for the turn have like retreated back to where are trying to like, looks like half of the crew is going like trying to stumble towards the way you guys came, and the other half is trying to like find cover. All right, new round. Wyatt, you're still blinded, but you're starting to you can kind of squint and see a little bit now, like there's a tad more. You can kind of make out the shapes of them. Your penalty is not as extreme.
How far are we from one of the mine shaft that we came in on?
You're probably like about like 4 meters from the shaft you guys came through.
And there's not a guy there.
No, that one's clear.
Okay, I'm going to yell out to everybody around me to head that way, and I'm going to stay and keep them protected as long as I can. I'm going to fire.
Okay, go for it. Just a -3 to penalty to the attack roll this time.
Okay.
I got a 15 and a 6 on the drama die.
All right. I forgot about that drama die action. So yeah, you go up and you actually managed to hit the dude pretty well. Give me a damage roll with that.
11.
11. Okay.
Oh,
this shot actually like you straight up the one guy you guys been picking at a little bit. You shoot him, and your shot actually like connects through where like his armor is weakened, and you can see the shot goes through. You can see kind of the blood kind of starting to float out of him, and he's still moving forward, but like he's kind of got a little limp. Like his direction, like he's gonna hit the wall and kind of bounce off the wall a little bit. But you're also realizing with how many shots it took to drop that guy, like it's good. You're not sure if you can kill all these guys before they kill you.
No. I want the team to get out, and then I'll follow after they're all out.
All right, so you start hobbling. Do you want to start hobbling, like trying to get to the exit?
No, I'll start pushing the other guys, our team, our crew out, but I'm not going to leave until they're all out.
Okay, so you start kind of getting motivated. All right, good. Let's go to Myrtle.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and do exactly that. I'm going to kind of push everybody who needs to go down that hall, kind of get everybody going the right way, because I know not everybody can see. So I'm just trying to gather everybody to get away.
So you go with some of the crew members that started making a kind of a bank for it. They didn't go like as the crow flies. They didn't go the straightest route, but you kind of start helping them out and like pushing them forward. You manage to get into the hallway and actually like start calling them out to them. Like you have really good cover from everybody in the room, but as they're kind of approaching, they can follow your voice to safety.
Yeah, and I'll just reach out because I'm still attached to the deck, so I'm just gonna as soon as I catch a hand, I'm just gonna drag them.
Yeah, and they all have their mag boots on, so
yeah.
I can't imagine being on the float and like blind is gonna be a lot of fun. Like, geez, that's fucking terrifying. Okay. Space is we should have never left Earth. Onyx, it's your turn.
Oh yeah, okay, so I'll go, Milodo, we got to get out of here, and I will sort of tug more on Remy, and then I'm going to start floating out.
So you disengage your mag boots. You're telling Remy, basically what you do is let you hold your action till Remy goes, and then like you can try to float him with you. Guide him along.
Yeah. I'll do that while he's sort of aimed. I'll be like, shoot that way, but trying to free float him out of the zone if he's still blind.
Okay. All right, Remy, you hear Onyx, like you can kind of hear, you can feel Onyx pull on, you can kind of start hearing him, and your vision's starting to come back. You can see him disengage his mag boots, and he's trying to like push off of you, or your mag boots to try to like go towards the exit faster than you guys could run, essentially.
Crazy. So before I fire anything, I'm going to do a crew sound off kind of shout out to see where everybody's at, like, and kind of hear how our crew's doing.
You hear the crew sound off, and basically your captain is taking cover not too far from where you are, along with Abby. And it looks like they're kind of trying to flank along like some of the cover from cover to cover to a different exit, because the guys that are coming down in the middle of the room have kind of divided the room in two. Okay. The other ones are coming from like these sideways, and then you have your exit this way. Okay. Half your crew is going for the tunnels with Myrtle. The other half of the crew is like taking cover from some boxes on the other side of the enemy that's coming from the ceiling.
What about, for depending on how my vision is, what about the cargo we were going to pick up? How's that doing?
You guys are dropping off cargo that's on the ship.
Got it.
So you don't have any cargo with you. You guys are just supposed to do the transfer payment.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. You guys are supposed to do a little touchpad tap thing, and then they come pick up the payment. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So I guess if I'm getting dragged to safety, I'm just going to keep firing and just do that. I just wanted to kind of get it.
Onyx, go ahead and give me a might test. Give me a free float test, or on the float test, or whatever it is, that free fall test.
Free fall. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a 13.
13. Okay. Yeah, you kind of managed to push off. You're confident that direction. You're trying to pull someone with you. Give me a might test.
Okay.
Or strength.
Strength. All right. 2 4s and a 3 plus 1. So sorry, my math. 13.
13, very nice. So you managed to you get Remy to disengage his mag boots, and you kind of push off of him right when he disengages them, and you manage to pull him about halfway towards the door without much issue. Remy, you can kind of see one of these. You can see where the one guy got killed. You can see the blood floating out of his body as he's kind of drifting. He's just kind of drifting to the wall like this. Like he's not he's not going to fall over. But his other guy's coming forward to you, and there's 2 more. There's also 2 more on your left as well. What do you want to do? And there's also 2 above you.
The guy that's bleeding, or the guy that's dead, and it has blood getting out. How close is he?
He's probably like 5 meters from you.
So could I jump? So I'm now floating, right?
Yeah.
So could I jump to grab him to use him as a human shield, since he's got armor on him and everything?
You would have to get past his buddy who's still coming towards you. He was in a pair, and
right.
Yeah, he kind of stopped, but his other buddy kept on going.
And is his buddy coming right at us?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna charge his buddy.
Okay. So you kind of feel, and you kick off of Onyx. Give me a dexterity check. Cool. Free fall.
Oh, cool. Sorry. I finally got a 6 with that drama die, so I got a 6, and then I got a 16.
16, okay.
Nice.
So you managed to actually like push yourself hard off of Onyx. Onyx, you actually get like shot back, further back into the room, like not the way you wanted to go. And you kind of hit some boxes pretty minorly. But Remy, you managed to charge this guy. I'll let you take a swipe at him with your knife if you want to.
That would be great.
Go for it.
Cool. Let's do it up.
This man crazy, man. I like it.
I got a 9 plus fighting, right?
Fighting, light weapons.
So 11.
Okay, 11. Do you have any doubles on your dice?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay. All right. So you go up and you manage to you kind of charge him with your combat knife. Give me a damage roll for that.
Cool. Knife is 1d6 plus 1. 7.
7. Okay. So you manage to go up and you actually manage to get the knife through his armor a little bit. You don't catch a good part of him, but you do manage you can cut through his armor if you get some good shots on him.
Cool.
So yeah, you got an edge on. So you're now in close combat with the guy. Okay.
And floating in space.
And floating in an abandoned mine. You guys are kind of doing this like it's like Neo fighting Smith in the air. You're kind of
awesome.
Trying to stab each other.
Dead people, blood
right.
floating up.
Okay, goes to the ambushers. Okay. So Remy, as you're standing there, you go up and you kind of catch the dude and you stab him a little bit. You feel the thrusters on him kind of like spin a little bit, and he like hits the thrusters full blast with you on between him and the wall.
Ouch.
You take 9 damage from this. So what you do is you can burn your fortune for that.
Let's do that. That sounds horrible.
Yeah. So you burn 9 fortune. As you kind of feel like the pressure of his jetpack. This guy takes some damage to you. Like you can, but his armor seems to compensate for it pretty well. Also, you have padded armor, so you should take 1 less damage.
So I'll be at 10 then.
Everyone has padded armor now, by the way. So it's just you take 1 less damage whenever you get hit. But yeah, you managed to. He's now like he's no longer dancing on the rest of the crew, but he's now kind of fighting with you, not too far from where his buddy is just floating. But yeah, he definitely that thruster hurt. All right, goes to the other ambushers. The two up top. They keep on firing down the free fools. They manage to kill another one, and they don't do too well actually on the last shot. But they manage to kill one. There's only like 3 of the free fools left. They're starting to get their vision back a little bit, but they're pulling their guns trying to shoot up. But it looks like their numbers are diminished heavily. Goes to the other crews. One of these guys actually fires at Wyatt. Wyatt, yeah, that's gonna hit you for sure. Wyatt, he got you for a whopping, what is that? 12 damage.
Yeah, that takes a lot. I'll use fortune.
Yeah.
Okay. And you take 1 less, so because of the padded armor. But yeah, so you go ahead and you get the shot rings out. You can kind of feel it brush past your suit. You're kind of thanking Onyx for the padding all the suits up. The other guy there fires a shot. This one hits, and that's going to be 13 damage. You see a shot like ping off of Claire's shoulder pretty bad.
Cool.
Oh shit! You can hear her, and Remy, you can hear her screaming. Okay. The other, those 2 guys shot those people, and then he fought you. Okay, crew. So the crew that's going the shaft, they're trying to get cover. Myrtle, they follow you. They all kind of get past you. You can kind of see them. They're now like disengaging their mag boots. They can kind of see a little bit. And they're starting to try to like use the walls to try to crawl, push themselves off, and like kick off like a swimmer, if you will. The other ones, the free fools, 3 of them start returning fire to the guys in the air. That guy misses. That guy hits, and that guy misses. They manage to. They don't even get past the guy's armor. Like you guys can see them shoot with their pistols, try to take cover, stuff like that too. The rest of the crew of the princess, they start firing. They return fire. They manage to hit these guys a little bit, and only one of them got a good shot on the guy, and the other ones couldn't penetrate. So one of them's a little dinged up, but they're definitely outmatched in terms of tech. All right, goes to Wyatt.
How far are we from the rifles?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on the other side of the room from the rifles.
What about the one with the guy? Did I kill that one guy with my
Yeah,
shot?
but he's like in another tunnel pathway. Like he's way off. He's beyond even like Ross.
Right. How far is Onyx from me right now?
Onyx is in front of you.
I'm just gonna like boot him into as hard as I can into the tunnel.
Okay, so you go up and you go up, give him a push. It's not much of a problem to give him the push.
I'm just going back and forth.
That way. What do you want to do for your minor action? Do you want to try to use your mag boots and start going for the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna start going.
You start hauling ass. So Remy, you're kind of like of the people here. You're like the only one that's kind of like left behind, but you're holding the dude down pretty well. Goes to Myrtle.
Okay, so since I've kind of got everybody going that way, I'm going to turn around and see how Wyatt's doing.
Wyatt's about halfway to your guys' position. He's almost out of the room.
So I'm kind of covering him, and just basically whoever I can see first might be closest to him. The
easiest shot for you is actually the guys floating in the middle of the air firing down.
Okay, I will take a shot at that one.
All right.
Oops.
Get your Onyx special. Pew, 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 pew.
6. Oh. 17?
Not a problem.
Nice.
It's not even a problem. Did you gain doubles?
Yes, I did. I got 2 5s.
All right. If you want to up your damage by an extra 2d6, you can.
I will do that.
All right. Turn goes up by 1.
Woo.
So that's 4, 8, 11, 14.
14. Yeah, your shot rings hard on this guy, and you see him. Your shot kind of hits him and spins him a little bit, like he's like up in the air. You can see him actively bleeding. He's not like he's still holding on, but he's like trying to get his bearings back from like you hitting him in the thruster.
It's raining blood.
Rain. Well, there's no gravity, so it can't rain. It's just kind of like
It's just kind of
globules
like
of blood.
dripping. It's like blood.
It's really abstract. It might inspire your art, Onyx.
Yeah.
All right. Myrtle pops a shot off. Okay, Onyx, your turn.
Okay. Can I? Since I got kicked backwards, Can I still aim and then I'll fire at
Yeah,
that
you can
guy?
go for it. Take a shot.
Yeah.
You want to pop the guy that Myrtle popped?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I aim, that's what, a +2 on top, right?
You can either move or aim. You can't do both.
I'm just gonna aim
Okay, so you get
because
the bonus
Wyatt
hit.
kicked. Yeah. All right. So +5. Pistol. Oh my God. Okay. 8. 8, 9, and then +5, 14.
Yeah, you hit no problem. Give me damage.
All
Any doubles?
No.
Okay, give me the damage on
2D. Okay. 5 total.
that. Okay, 5 total. Yeah, you actually hit the dude as he's kind of spinning, and as he's spinning, you manage to line your shot up perfectly, and you hit him right in the chest, and you can kind of see him like floating, like he's kind of letting go of his rifle, kind of floating in the air now.
Yeah.
And he's kind of still spinning from the thruster / like his the bullet hitting him.
Young Walla. And I blast him.
Right. Remy, you got this guy. This guy's like got you pressed up against the thing. He's using his thrusters to keep you down, using his rifle to try to pull him up. You want to try to stab him again?
I do want to stab him again.
Okay. Go for it.
That is definitely what I want to do. Now, it's out of a question here. Before I stab him, how's my vision doing?
Oh, you can see fine now. You cleared up.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, can I see that everybody has left the room?
Yeah, you can see that most of your crew, most of the people have got half your crew's gotten out of the room. You can still see that Abby and
Claire?
Claire are like making their way for another exit, trying to get out another way. And you can see that Claire has been hit, but not bad.
Okay.
Yeah. And then a bunch of your other crew is like taking cover, trying to fire at these guys on the before they can get out.
And about how many of these guys can I see?
Well, you have the one you're in melee with right now, but you can see there's still one up in the air, and there's 2 across the room.
Cool. And then he's got his gun pressed against
Yeah,
me. Is that what's
he's trying to like smash you with his rifle.
And from what I saw from their guns doing damage, how powerful do they look?
I mean, they're rifles. They do. If you're curious, they do 3d6 a shot.
No, but they're not like our toilet rifles. Like they're actually like really good rifles,
They're good
right?
quality, yeah, they're good
Okay,
guns.
cool.
High tech, yeah.
Sweet. Can I grab his rifle and
Yeah,
then
that's
shoot it?
That's right. Grapple. You want to try to grapple it from him? Yeah, you can do
Yeah,
that.
I want to see if I can grab it out of him and then shoot him with it.
Okay, go for it. So that's going to be that's a fighting check, grappling. So just straight fighting for you, I believe.
Cool. That's cool. I got doubles. Is that gonna help for
so whatever
that?
you got on the drama die, let me know that number.
So drama dice was 4, and I've got a 4, 4, 5. So the math is
Okay,
fun.
that's pretty damn high, actually.
Cool.
Yeah, you
And
can
then-
go ahead and you can.
And then my
either,
fighting is
try-
2 as well. So
I will say this: you can do one of two things. You can either take his weapon from him, or you can actually try to like get behind him and use him as a human shield.
even better.
Okay, so you go and you manage to like kind of like maneuver him, and you go up and wrap him around the throat, and you can kind of like you can now pop shots off with your free hand if you want to, or I will let you if you want to follow up and stab him.
I wanted so while I'm on him, and we're riding his jetpack, right? Is that so? That's so. If I was to kill him, would the jetpack stay on?
Yeah,
And then I'd have like a.
It's just it's kind of reactive to his like what he wants to do. When they die, it kind of turns off. It's just kind of, but they kind of teakettle a little bit around.
Okay. So I guess I'll keep. You know what? I'm gonna stab him from behind.
So I'll let you do the lightning attack. So give me a check with the knife.
You have like a gun. Like,
Okay, I'm so. I wish you guys could see this right now. This is so silly. Can you guys see what I rolled here? Oh my gosh!
I trust you.
It's trip sixes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. So
Yeah,
you basically like
here we
roll
go,
your
yeah.
damage is going to be an extra 2d6 on this guy. And so
Yeah.
roll 3d6 damage plus the 1 on him real quick, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna annihilate him. But
That was like the major knife stun.
Yeah, so I've got a 9 plus 2, so 11.
okay, so 11. So you managed to actually like bring the knife around on him, and you actually like get under his throat and like hit him right here, and he like goes limp very easily. There's not much left to him. Or maybe rephrase that, he's alive. He's just not gonna be resisting much at all.
He just didn't make the cut.
He did not make the cut, sir. He did not make the team.
Took his gun and stabbed him.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you go up and you manage to stab him, and he's like still holding onto his gun. He's still alive, but he's basically at -3 on all his checks now. He's like not doing well at all.
But I've got a shield and a jetpack now.
Well, you don't have the jetpack, but you have a jetpack. You're not able to use it, but you have a jetpack. Yeah. So basically, the jetpack is part of his armor. Then you have stabbed through his armor, so it's damaged, but it could work. All right, let's go on to the ambusher. So that guy, he's kind of going. He's going to do what's called he'll roll over for you, basically. The other two keep on firing. The one up top fires down at the what are they called? The free fall. He actually manages to kill he actually manages to kill Hector, and there's one free full left, like trying to take cover as best he can. This guy he starts firing faster. The other two fire into the crew of the princess. He manages to hit one, and the other one hits one, and they kill 2 of your members. You guys have lost. You guys lost Melly, and you lost Nestop. Are both toast.
Oh.
So 2 of the members are just dead. All right, goes back to the rest of the crew. Some of the members of the Princess Cella start trying to like. You actually see Claire and Abby get up, and they actually go for another exit. Seeing like the other exits getting. The other 2 guys with the jetpacks are starting to close in on the exit you guys are leaving through, and they go ahead and take a shot across the way there. The other rest of the crew, they're kind of looking around and they see that and they start trying to bank for that way as well. Okay, so the crew's now split up. So you guys have you guys have 2 members with you in the hallway, and then you have the other. I don't remember who's all in the group here. Who's still alive? There's 3. So there's 2 with you guys, and then the one surviving member in the middle of the room tries to go with Abby and Claire, and that's going to be Terry, your pilot. Okay. All right. Go back around here. It is Wyatt. What do you want to do? You're in the hallway.
I will shoot at the closest one I can see.
That's the guy. That's actually the 2 guys on the side starting charging on you a little bit.
Okay, can I see now?
Yeah, you can see fine. Yeah.
Okay. 19.
19.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go up and you hit this guy, no problem. You got any doubles?
2 4s.
In his heart.
Yeah, you could do extra 1d6 damage on the hit.
All right.
Yeah.
So 9 total.
9 total. Okay. Yeah, you shoot one of them. It kind of dings off their armor a little bit, but they're not feeling great. You can also recover one fortune point if you want to for adrenaline rush.
Yes, I will do that.
Yeah. All right. And do you want to try to retreat further into the hallway, or what do you want to do?
I'm going to stay in front of our crew. Like,
Okay.
I'd rather them shoot me.
You know, maybe you'll be the last one out. All right, sounds good. And you're watching Remy like take it to this one guy across the room.
Yep.
Goes to Myrtle. You're in the hallway. You got your 2 crew members. You guys are trying to run back. Do you want to keep on running, or take some shots, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll take another shot before I take off running. Just
All right,
make
go for
sure I'm telling them to go, go, go.
All right.
And then I'm going to shoot at the same one that Wyatt's shooting.
You got it.
Okay, 6. 20?
Okay, that hits no problem. Yeah, you got any doubles?
No.
No. Okay. All right, just give me the damage on that.
Okay. 3,
Yeah.
6.
6 damage. Okay. Yeah, your shot hits this guy as well. He's still standing, but he doesn't look like he's like long. He's his luck's starting to run out.
Yeah.
All right. Goes and you start taking off down the hallway with the rest of the guys. Onyx, what do you want to do?
All right, who are these Koryos? I'm going to aim and fire again
right.
while I'm floating. So, okay, let's see. 7 plus 5, 12.
12. Okay, you hit the guy, no problem.
Okay, no double.
Are you still in the room?
I was like floating,
Okay.
like.
So you're kind of making it to the hallway up where Wyatt is. You're not too. You're just trying. You're starting now just to get there, but you're far on the way out. Okay, go. So what'd you get for damage?
Okay, so 10.
10. Okay. Yeah, you hit this guy up in the air. He kind of dodged the shot. He kind of plinks off his arm, but he's still there.
Okay.
All right. Goes to Remy. Remy, you have this one guy who's kind of going limp. He's slowly going limp in your arms. You can go ahead and pull your gun out if you want to. Start trying to use him as a human shield or whatever.
Great. So I definitely want to do that. But I also want to make sure. So how is Claire and Abby? Are they out now or?
Yeah, they're almost to the door or to the hallway, along with your pilot.
Great. So I'm going to start moving down the hallway then, if I can, with this guy, and then shooting back and moving back that way.
Which hallway do you want to go? The one that these two guys came out of, the one that Myrtle's going down, or the one that Claire's going down?
I want to go the one that Myrtle's going down.
Okay, so you kind of, that was a lot closer. So you kind of come up and you float around the room using the wall to kind of move her along with kind of the momentum you have from this guy.
Right.
And you manage to kind of like go up and around it a little bit. That's going to be your whole turn of doing that kind of a maneuver.
Sounds great.
Okay, but you have this shield, and you kind of come up in front of Wyatt and Onyx, and you have this guy. You're holding down. And as you get around the corner, you notice like his body, he just goes limp. Like he goes completely limp. Like you think he might be dead. You're not sure.
Yeah.
And you're leaving kind of like a trail of blood in the air as he's kind of streaking around.
Hansel and Gretel, I guess, right? Yeah. So there we go.
You crazy motherfucker.
All right. So the one guy in the air, he fires down. He tries to actually go after Remy. Remy, he took a shot at you. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, he fires down at you, Remy, and his shot actually hits his buddy, and you can kind of see like his chest, the guy's chest kind of explodes from these high-powered rifle shots.
That sucks.
Yeah. He's getting harder to move now. He's getting hard to move with because he's just kind of in pieces.
Just as a question, like so obviously his body's being mutilated by the shots, but is the armor still like?
No, it's like shattered in the chest now.
Got it. And then is his rifle still on him? Like did I happen to?
Still on him. Yeah, you can probably grab his rifle if you want to.
Hey, cool. I don't want to skip. I don't. Yeah.
The other two kind of come around and they start firing at Remy. First one fires. He got you, Remy. Remy, he hit you for a whopping 13 damage.
Ooh. Okay, so you have, I have 9 fortune left.
Yeah. So what you have to do is roll a d6 to abate the rest of the damage. And this will give you an injury.
I got a 4.
Okay. So you actually managed to you take an injury. So basically you're at -1 on all your checks now.
Okay.
But you managed to like the shot goes through the guy's body and like I mean he's just annihilated. There ain't much left of it.
Right.
But the shot does penetrate and hit you a tad. But it was abated by his body. But yeah, you can feel it. You feel there's definitely a bullet in your upper shoulder.
Okay.
The other guy fires. This one goes at Wyatt. Wyatt, he got you as well. And he got you for a whopping. That's a lot of 6s. He got you for 14 damage, Wyatt.
I'm gonna have to take a wound too.
Okay. How many? So you take 1. So you take 13 damage, and then because you have armor, and then you. How much fortune do you have?
11.
11. Okay, so you have to get a 2 or higher to take the wound.
6.
All right, so yeah, you take a wound. Oh, jeez. So these guys are starting to shoot you up pretty bad. Your guys' front rank starting to get annihilated here. Better part of valor, right? Okay.
Second wound.
It goes to the brew. You guys see Claire and Abby get through the other gate. They start moving off with the pilot. The rest of your guys' crew starts cutting off. You actually see what looks to be one of the free falls. He actually it looks like he kind of pulls. He's looks like he's pretty injured. You see him pulse something out of his jacket, and he throws it up at the guy in the air. And you guys see this grenade kind of float through the air right behind this guy and explode. And the guy just splattered. There's just it rains shrapnel and shit in all directions. You guys are okay in the cave, but it is a pretty bold move to make. And a lot of the shrapnel does kind of fly back on this guy and hit him as well. Okay. The turn's getting there, guys. Goes to Wyatt. And there's still 2 of these guys left.
2 of them. I'm gonna take another shot.
All right. Are you gonna move back at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna move back. As I'm moving back, I shoot because I got tactical awareness.
Okay, gotcha.
18 and 6 on the drama die.
Okay, you hit.
Nice.
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 Let's see here.
12, 13, 14 damage.
14 damage. Okay. Yeah, you hit one of them pretty bad. He's still going, but he is not feeling happy about himself at all.
Wow.
All right. And you start floating back a little bit. All right. Goes to let me roll for the churn. Okay. Good to know. It was a minor event. A minor churn will happen.
Yes.
I'll let you know what it is when it happens. All right.
Oh no.
Okay.
Goes to Myrtle.
As I see that shot, I'm like, damn, yeah! And then I take another shot.
All right, go for it.
Still kind of moving there. Oh! I got double 6s.
Okay.
Plus 4, 16, plus many.
Yeah, you hit.
So that would be a hit.
Do you want to burn the stunt points and do the extra damage?
Yeah.
All right, so you do an extra 2d6. So do 46 to the guy.
Okay. Luckily, I have another d6 over here. Right, that's 6, 10, 13, 14, 17.
Yeah, this shot hits this guy dead in the faceplate, and you can see it shatter, and you can just kind of see a combination of blood and shattered teeth kind of coming out of his faceplate as he's just kind of standing there with the jetpack up. All right, it goes to Onyx.
All right, I will continue. Oh, I'll just aim and fire at the last guy.
Okay.
I was gonna call Jack.
You might want to start moving, dude. You're the last one in the room. You actually start moving instead of aiming and shooting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and fire. So,
okay, so you start moving back, fire, any shot.
All right, 12 plus 3, so 15, and I got 2 5s.
Okay. Do you want to do the extra damage?
Yeah.
All right. So roll 46 on this guy.
Okay. So 46. All right. And 14.
14. You hit the guy that Myrtle hit, and or not Myrtle hit the other guy, and you annihilate him. You actually managed to kill the last guy in there.
Nice.
But they're and their bodies just kind of floating there now in the thing. The crew of the okay, we got more to do here. Remy, you're standing there, and you can kind of see this last guy that you guys could see go down. What do you want to do?
Well, is Wyatt still stuck back there? Or is he?
No,
not
Wyatt's
Wyatt.
in the hallway.
Yeah. Wyatt's coming through. Okay.
Yeah.
So
you were in the hallway.
I think at this point, I'm just gonna keep moving back to the ship.
So I'm here. Everyone's keep on moving. All right. So everybody keeps on moving. As you guys stand there, you actually hear again. Remy, you can start hearing that hiss again. And as you guys are going down the hallway, you're looking back. And do you want to try to take this guy's rifle?
Yeah. I want to take that rifle for sure.
Grab the rifle. It's DNA tagged.
Can I grab his hand too?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. You want to cut off his hand?
I mean, I have a knife.
You have a big knife. Yeah, you can try. You can start taking the turns to cut through his hand.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You cut his hand off. You grab his rifle. You have this really awkward situation now.
Yeah, but it's weird.
It's very painful for you to do this because your wound is definitely hindering you a little bit.
Right.
All right. You guys manage to kind of progress back, but you hear that hissing again, and through the room up ahead where you guys were, you can kind of see there's actually another 4 of these guys that come from the ceiling, and looks like they're spreading out.
We're toast. Just kidding.
All right. Okay. Moving on. Where do you guys? How far do you guys just book it as hard as you can, or what do you want to do?
Yeah.
I want to
I'm
book
pretty
this
sure
hard.
you can outpace these guys to the head start you have, unless you want to like try to really watch them or something.
While we're doing that too, I want to call Jackrabbit and see if anything's going on there.
You go up and you pull up your thing and start calling Jackrabbit, and like the comms aren't working. Whatever it is jammed. There's some like it looks like there's like a station-wide jam going on, like a comms disablement or something. You have a feeling it might be connected to whoever these guys are.
Yeah, this is some secret ops stuff.
Those of you have military experience, Remy, Myrtle, and Wyatt, you're pretty sure these guys are like Black Ops type style people. Although they don't, their armor and stuff like that doesn't seem to be connected to like MCRN or UNN. Like they might be independent mercenaries or something like that. You're not sure who the hell they are.
Yeah, as we're running too, I'm going to
Well-funded.
start. Sorry.
I'll go for
Go
it.
ahead.
I was going to say, as I'm starting to run, I'm going to start like thinking in my head, what the hell are we delivered that they want so damn bad that they're going to kill us all?
Right. You guys take your time, and you guys manage to like actually get back to the docks. And as you guys get here, like the docks are clear. There's no one on the docks right now. Like, no one's there. There's no alarms going off or anything like that. It just seems like it's just been cleared out. You don't see any like signs of combat or fighting. There's no blood. There's no scar marks. It looks like how you left it. But it looks like everybody who was here just kind of left. What do you guys want to do?
Get on
I say
the
we head
ship.
to the ship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's get to
Oh
the
yeah.
ship.
All right.
Somebody
You guys
set
start
us
heading
up.
to the ship.
How's the rest of the crew? As like Claire and Abby, have they made it back? Can we see any of that at all, or
You
no?
don't see them, and then your comms aren't working at all. So like you
Okay.
can't ping them. You can't figure out where they are on the station or anything like that too.
Damn,
Okay.
we can't leave without them.
Yeah. So, but you guys can go to the ship and see if they made it.
Yeah.
They may
You
have
guys
beat us.
approach. You start approaching. You guys start with the mag. I'm assuming you guys are using mag boots now because like, you're on those like steel plates and everything. No problem.
I'm
Yeah.
just floating. Yeah.
Yeah. You and you guys and I think it was. I think it was Jania with you, Jania and Baldry. You guys all start kind of moving for it, and they're like, "What the fuck is this? Like, what the hell? What DAWs get us into? Holy hell! Like, this is like, what the hell that Coil doing? Like, it's crazy." And as you guys kind of do, Remy, you kind of look up ahead and you can see the airlock, the docking station that the Princess Stella was hooked up to. The door is wide open. The airlock's like wide open.
Ooh.
Damn.
Well, we got to go in.
All right.
Yes.
So you guys start going for it, moving in, and as you do, you hear some shots ring out again, and you see Baldry's like blood just poured out of Baldry's chest.
Oh, Baldry!
No, Baldry, no! Okay, so another one. Yeah, you lose another one of the Princess Stella crew, and you can see down the main hallway of the docks, like 3 more of these guys with these packs are coming towards you. At a rate towards the ship or where you guys are. Go ahead and roll initiative for me again.
Oh, jeez.
Let's start with Myrtle.
Uh, 13.
13. Hey, all right. What'd you get, Onyx?
13.
You're consistent. Remy?
14.
14. Don't forget, Remy and Wyatt, you guys have -1 on this because you're wounded.
13.
Everyone's 13. Lucky number 13. What'd you get, Wyatt?
15 then.
Okay, 15. Okay. And then the ambushers. Yeah, okay, they did pretty good. They go between you guys. All right. And then the crew, the one member of the crew. Okay, they actually go really fast. Okay, so at the top of the initiative, you guys see. At the top of it, you see Jania, the other crew member is still alive. Like she just like hauls. She turns up her mag boots and starts hauling ass with the mag boots and turns them off, and then tries to jump for the airlock, trying to get in there. She actually manages to almost get there. She's almost there, but she's like floating through the air, getting that direction. Next up, I have is Wyatt.
How far are we from the...
You're probably a good 30 meters out from it.
Is there any cover, anything I can use
I
as
know there's
cover?
like crates and boxes and stuff like that too. You can try to go cover to cover if you want to.
I'm going to go to cover and then fire at
Right.
one of these
So you go to
guys.
cover and take a shot at these guys. Take your shot at your pistol.
that's really bad. 8 altogether with my -1.
Okay. So yeah, you fire wildly. What'd you get the drama die?
1.
1. Okay. Yeah. So you go to fire your gun and like it just jams. Like it halts up pretty hard on you. You're gonna have to spend a turn to reload it if you want to next time, or to unjam it.
Yeah.
Okay. Goes to Myrtle.
All right, so I'm looking like I'm gonna copy that whole thing about the mag boots and the running towards the airlock thing.
Okay. Give me a. That's gonna be a free fall test. So dexterity check.
Dexterity. Okay, come on. Good dice. Bad dice. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11. Okay. So yeah, you go up and try to do the maneuver. You don't get quite as far as the belter does, but you do manage to like not fall on your butt. And you just do start kind of push your way across there. You think you might be able to get there next turn if you just keep with the movement of it. Keep on target. All right. Goes to the ambushers. Actually, we're gonna have them go real quick. They fire at you guys. Let's go here. Wyatt. They fire at you because you shot at them. Wyatt. They hit you.
Oh.
Not good.
They rolled pretty well on that. Wyatt. They got you for 14 damage. So Wyatt, you guys see Wyatt take a shot and just pass out. Like you see, like he's like over there on the cover, but kind of like not doing well at all. Actually, sorry. Roll the wound die on it because I forgot you have cover. Those might actually bait it.
Oh,
What'd you get?
nice.
4.
4. Okay. All right. Yeah. You managed to take the wound. You are still conscious barely. I would highly recommend against staying out in the open.
Yeah.
You're now on -3 to all your checks.
Okay.
So be very aware of that. The other ones fire. One of them fires at the crew member on the float. Hits her. Hits Jania. And you guys see Jania like kind of like get hit and like start spinning like this in space from the shot. It looks like the shot hit pretty true on that one. Okay. The last ambusher fires. This one goes at Myrtle, who's on the open. Myrtle, they hit you. Myrtle, it's gonna be for a whopping. That'll be 9 damage.
Okay.
Then you got the fortune for that. So yeah, so the shot
Yeah, I've got
goes
the
breezing
fortune
right
for that.
past you in the air. As you see the person you're copying not surviving the jump.
Thanks.
All right.
Oh, and you get -1 because of your padded armor.
Yeah, you do take one less damage with your padded armor. That's true. All
Nice.
right. Onyx, your turn.
Okay, I will free fall towards the airlock. I'm floating.
All right, make a free fall check.
All right, +2. All right. Okay, so 9, 11, 14.
All right. Yeah, you actually managed to do a really clean check on it. You're almost there. You'd be a minor action to get to it next turn.
Okay.
Goes to Remy.
So Wyatt's next to me, right?
Wyatt took off and got behind some boxes, some crates on the docks. Yeah.
Can I go and grab him? Because he's unconscious, right? So
No, he's holding it together, but he's barely conscious.
cool. I'm still gonna run up to him.
Yeah, you run up to him and you grab him and you're like, "Yo, we gotta go."
Let's go.
And you start trying to pull him. Do you want to do a free fall, or do you want to try to like run with the boots?
So what? I'm just gonna do. What would be better rules wise?
The free fall, you have a chance of not pulling off. The boots are guaranteed.
Boots them.
They're slower.
We like planets, so we'll do that, right? So
Yeah, you guys are well Wallace. All right. So,
Yeah.
all right, so you gotta get it up. We're gonna make a run for it. Okay. Your one crew member left is dead. She's floating there in the air, spinning.
we'll grab her later.
Wyatt, you're being told to like run for the airlock, being held by Remy. What do you want to do?
I'm going to run towards
Okay,
the
so you have your
airlock.
mag boots on. You go check for it. You get almost there. You're not quite there. You're hobbling a little bit. You can't like do a full run. But you're like, oh, jeez. I mean, it hurts like hell. Make a Constitution stamina check.
13 and a 6 on the drama die.
Okay, so 6 on the drama die. Okay, so yeah, you actually managed to like hold yourself together as you're going across. You can feel yourself ripping apart, but you're and the blood's not coagulating because of the lack of gravity. So it does suck moving in here. The ambushers start firing. They fire one at Onyx. Onyx, that's a hit. They got a 14 to hit if you're curious. Onyx.
I got a lot of fortune though.
You got 17?
I do, but -1, so 16.
Yeah.
And I got 23 fortune. So
that's right. Yeah, you took the bonus up first of all. You took the extra lucky thing. Yeah. So so the shot like comes at you, and like you feel you now know what it's like to be mortal. So despite the IED explosion you had on the other station, almost killing you, this was the closest you come to death from a single shot. All right. The other ambushers fire. This one fires at Remy. Remy, that one misses, and the last one fires off at you. That one misses too. Shit, they didn't do too well that round. All right, goes back around. Wyatt, Myrtle. Sorry, Myrtle, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna keep moving towards the airlock.
All right, make that free fall check and see if you can keep it up.
6, 7, 10.
10. Yeah, you actually kind of keep on the steady, and as long as you don't like kind of twitch while you're in space, you manage to get into the airlock. As you kind of get through it, and you're starting to kind of be able to grab the rails and the grips on the dock, you can see inside the cargo bay there are there's blood, and you can see 3 bodies of the crew members that were on here. You do not see Jackrabbit's body though.
Okay.
And the large crate that was here is gone.
Okay.
All right. Goes to Onyx.
all right, I'll take the minor action and free fall.
All right, keep on free fall, man.
All right.
All right, Tom Petty, let's do this thing.
Yeah. Plus 9, 11, 14.
14. Okay, so you manage to keep on floating, and you get into the cargo bay. You can grab the holds. Once you're in the bay, it's a lot easier for it to maneuver because it has proper handles and everything like that too. And you can see the bodies of the other crew members. They're just dead and shot up and stuff like that too. You don't see any of the the armored guys at all, aside from the ones that are chasing you at this point. But you're clear of the door. You have hyper amount of cover. Do you want to do anything else while you're in there?
Yeah. Would I be able to fire that far from there?
You don't have a dead shot to the door. They don't have a shot on the door.
Okay.
So it's pretty safe for you, but you can certainly try to set up so you could get ready to close the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to air controls and
I kind of yell for them. Right. Yeah, hurry! I'll close the door.
You have Wyatt's going for the door, hauling ass. What do you want to do?
Let's keep going.
All right, so you keep on moving. You're right behind Wyatt. You're like, oh, let's get out of here. All right, goes back around to Wyatt. Wyatt, you have your shot to the door.
I'm gonna go straight into the door.
Right. You haul ass at the door. You get past it. You're in there with Myrtle and Onyx, no problem.
And I see the dead
go
bodies.
to the ambushers. The only person they have shots on is Remy. Remy, they fire shots. First shot, wow. They hit. They got a 22 to hit.
Ooh.
Sorry, a 20 to hit. And they got you for a whopping 9. 14. They got you for 15 damage.
So I have 9 fortune left,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So how do I use that?
So you burrow that fortune.
Okay, do it.
Okay. And then you have I think you had a wound.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So roll another D6.
So 1d6?
1d6. Yeah. So you can burrow.
Got a 5.
5. Okay. So you manage to you take the injury, and you actually manage to that's what you needed to actually abate the damage. You're still conscious. And you're sitting there shooting for it, take the shot. Oh, it's like platoon. All right. And but you're still your magnets are holding, your legs are holding up. You're not going to be able to move as fast next turn, and you're not going to be able to make it to the airlock next turn without help.
Okay.
All right. Goes to the next ambusher, and he fires at our friend Remy. Remy, he strikes you. You guys hear Remy scream as he's shot, hauled up with his mag boots.
Oh. And that was our first guest.
That was your first guess. Okay. Goes to Myrtle. What do you want to do?
I am going to go through the ship and see if I can't find Jackrabbit.
Jackrabbit? All right, so you start searching for Jackrabbit. Okay. You go to the ship, everything like that. You're searching for Jackrabbit, trying to get her, see if she's here to get the ship going or whatever it is. Onyx, what do you want to do?
Is Remy within my reach? Can I, is he that
you
close?
You have to go out there and into the open. You can try to grab him. Yeah, if you want to. Give me. Do you want to do free fall or do you want to try to do mag boots with it?
Free fall.
All right, give me free fall.
Okay, +2. Come on. Oh shit! I rolled 2 1s, 2 1s, and a 2.
3 1s
Oh,
and a
no.
2. Jesus
4
Christ.
and plus 2 is a 6, but I have 7 fortune left.
Do you want to burn your fortune and up the roll?
Yep, let's do
All right,
it.
you burn the fortune up the roll. What'd you get total then?
Okay, so I have 7 fortune left, and I had 8 is what I rolled. So what can I push that to?
You can burn. You can burn 6 and push up to 13.
Yeah, let's do
All
that.
right. So you manage to go out and like you get this, like you pull all together, it all kind of comes together. You kind of run across the edge of the airlock, come around. These shots are firing out around you. You see Remy's like just kind of standing dead on his feet. You go up and you kind of like grab him and like you kick his boots out from underneath him and start pulling him back. You manage to get right next to Wyatt. Remy, it's your turn. You're like barely holding on, like you're barely conscious. You can see like this belcher pulling you trying to pull you into the airlock under fire. What do you want to do?
Am I in the ship yet?
No, you're on the just outside of it. You can certainly still try. You can still move and you can still do stuff, but you're not you're not feeling well at all.
Right. I just don't want us to get into the ship and then not be able to use it. Right. So, and we haven't heard back from Claire yet or anything, right?
No.
Yeah. So can I? Is my data pad on me?
Yeah. You can. It's like right there in your pocket, no problem.
Okay. So and there's Onyx right there, right?
Yeah.
So I think with my knowing that I am seeing blood and all these things, I think I'm going to grab my data pad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be able to say it because they got to get access to the ship here,
right?
So do I just hand them the data pad or should I
you have to tell it? You have to go through the command sequence and then keep your thumb on it for the.
So let's do that.
Test. And then give it the command that I wrote the command down for you.
Yeah. So we've got to do authorize full access and operation control to everyone on board.
Okay. So you go up and you grant access to so all of a sudden Myrtle, as you're standing there, the ship like certain lights and screens start coming on around you that weren't normally coming on. It looks like you can tell the ship to do stuff now.
Take him out, princess.
Take him out, princess. Okay. So you as you get this command, you guys can hear the ship start to hum up, and you start you can feel the weapon system start coming online. Goes to Wyatt. You guys, you can see Remy's there barely alive. You can see Onyx is there trying to pull him in. What do you want to do?
I'll grab them both and sling them in.
All right. So you manage to grab them before these next shots start ringing out from the guys coming out of the hall, and you get into the thing. You give a command real quick to the airlock to shut, and the airlock shuts immediately. Ooh. All right. So you guys are on the ship. These guys are outside now. The airlock's in an emergency shutdown, so they're not going to be able to open the doors. Whatever they want to try to do, it's under a manual shutdown or a manual lock. You guys are staying there with the with Remy kind of holding on. He's not doing well at all.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not sure, but he's giving you guys access to the ship completely. When that happens, Myrtle, you're sitting there looking for Jackrabbit, and all of a sudden, this overhead storage container opens up, and you see Jackrabbit roll out of it. And she goes, "We gonna punch it, Koyos," and she fucking runs up and jumps into the seat and starts the ship up and shit, and gets the reactors on and is ready to fucking burn it out. You can hear her even going you can hear the clamps scraping as the ship starts pulling away. From outside, you can the airlock. You can see some shots being shot at it, but they're not going to penetrate that airlock anytime soon. I need everybody make a Constitution stamina check real quick.
Oh man! All right.
If you have the wounds, you're at -3. Don't forget.
Oh man.
7.
6.
9.
All right, there you go. What'd you get, Myrtle?
7.
7. All right. What'd you get, Onyx?
9.
9. What'd you get, Wyatt?
I got 10.
10. And what'd you get, Remy?
I got a mighty 6.
Mighty 6. Okay. So all of a sudden the ship just jerks. Jackrabbit's kind of got the lead foot, and everyone except for Onyx, because you kind of know how to float. You guys each take a whopping 6 damage as the ship jerks, and you guys all get slammed up against the walls and such.
I hope nobody died from that.
Oh my god, that doesn't sound great.
Remy.
Yeah, that is 100% great.
No!
So glorious in battle.
Oh no.
Wear your seatbelt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you already
his
dying
last
words
words.
as you're like dying there.
His last word was
Yeah.
wear your seatbelt.
So I still have the gun from the guys, right? Like,
Yeah, you
Like-
still have that rifle.
yeah. So it's like, find out who did this. Avenge us.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
So,
Oh man.
All right.
Oh,
And you
man.
guys punch it and start burning out. As you as you guys start burning out, getting out of there and get a stable trajectory out there, Jackrabbit is you, Myrtle and Jackrabbit. You guys are both on the command deck, like figuring out what the hell to do here, trying to figure out what to do, just trying to get away from the station somewhat.
Right.
As you guys are standing there, you hear Myrtle. You hear a voice behind you, and there's this woman with black hair, wearing glasses, in a kind of a business suit. Like you've never seen this woman before in your life. And she goes, I have a place we can go. I will end there.
Oh.
Ah!
All right.
Wow, nice.
Damn.
So that's going to be the show. We ended on churn 16. There was a lot of churn.
Really? Wow.
Wow.
Down. Cliffhanger. Who is
That
the
was
woman?
that was epic. That was epic.
Oh yeah,
was
that
really
was
that was
really rad.
great.
All right, I'm glad to hear it, guys. I'm glad you guys had fun with that too.
Where
I
your
want to be clear. The first question I asked Ross before we started making characters was, "Can I kill your character?"
Yeah.
And he
Yeah, totally.
You got
But
to
it kinda-
do it,
it wor-
man. You got to do
It
it.
worked
You gotta
out.
keep
It
yeah.
worked out within the in the whole narrative, so that worked out.
Yeah, well, it's dramatic, man. You
And we got to have some cool combat with him. We knew it was
Yeah.
gonna happen, right? So,
Yeah,
hey,
I like how you pulled off you started pulling off like the real close quarters combat space stuff. Like
the dice helped. That was
Yeah,
great.
you were.
On fire.
The knife, the knife
You
fight.
gotta, whoever makes your dice, you gotta get a sponsorship from them or something, man.
Yeah. These are the chess sex special dice, right? So we're good. Yeah.
Just as good dice, man. All right, well, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and pull a winner for the.
Oh yeah,
you
winner,
guys have a
winner,
few
winner.
more- you guys have just go ahead and enter real quick. I'll give it another 30 seconds to enter to win the Ship's Expanse print copy. We thank you for everybody too that subscribed tonight. That's super cool of you. I appreciate that. You can't go wrong. We got some new followers too. Thank you for joining us tonight. But go ahead and you can type princess into the chat if you want to enter. I have quite a few entries already. So if you guys want to jump on in and throw that in, please feel free to do so. I think everyone is entered that wants to enter though. So okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hit it, guys. You guys ready? Let's go ahead and pull the winner here. I'm gonna hit roll it and let's see who wins it. And it is Lilybat. Lilybat.
Hey!
All
yay!
right.
Congrats,
Yay,
Lilybat.
Lilybat.
Congrats,
Man.
Lilybat. I will contact you after the stream's over and get your information to make sure you can go ahead and redeem the book from Green Ronin and stuff like that too. Super cool. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the show too. Everybody else, thank you so much. We're back next week again too. Let's see who's kind of stolen aboard the ship. Who's the stowaway in the nice suit and glasses. And thank you again, Ross, for coming and playing, man. Hope you had fun, dude.
I had a blast.
Thanks, Ross.
Yeah, thanks, Ross.
That was
Well
cool.
done.
All right, guys. Next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Abraxas Precipice. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.